Oh, you're so sweet, I swear. Te mando un besito.
All right, we're on Disco Acid Cult TV.
Let's go.
I hate that. Did you see the background change?
Yeah, I noticed the last stream too.
No, I mean, did you see it? It pulled up the old background for a second and then just changed to the new one.
Oh no, I didn't catch that. Is it like trapped in the intro or something?
Yeah, it's just my streaming service. It'll do that. It'll get stuck on the old one
I
for
was thinking.
for a few streams. I don't know if it'll show up on the viewers end. I'll have to watch it when we're
Yeah.
done. I'm pretty sure it does show on the stream though. It'll show the old one popped up for like 2 seconds and then switch to this one real quick.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I know you're saying you want to change the intro. Do you ever think about going back to the Manson one? You remember that one where he's dancing and shit?
Yeah, I could do that one. I still have that one. I just not that any of the intros ever really fit the theme, but that one doesn't fit the theme too. I don't know. Maybe it does because it's funny.
I always thought it was funny, the court case footage of him dancing.
Yeah, I'd probably just change the song, but the song with that video works pretty well too, as it is.
I agree.
Well, yeah, shit. You want to just jump into?
Yeah, GT episode 3. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I'll jump into GT3. It was hilarious. It was basically just an entire episode making fun of Indian scammer culture.
Dude, right? That's what I was told. I was waiting for this episode. I was like, this episode's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. As soon as they landed and you hear the Indian accents on the people, you're like, okay, that's the accent they chose to go with. And then it's all the street merchants forcing merch on them, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, it was fucking hilarious. I also thought before they fucking land and before the spaceship fucking crashes and all that shit, I thought the space art in this show looks really nice. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, all the look of this looks cool. There's a meme I have that says, I've been meaning to send it to actually, and it says,
Hmm.
I don't care what you think about Dragon Ball GT, but the whole aesthetic goes hard. And it's got like 4
Facts.
pictures of just like different shots from the show. And yeah, all the art in the show just looks really cool.
It's a good looking show. I think it's a product of its time. That later '90s style just looks fucking super good. But yeah, no, I agree. I thought the episode was fucking hilarious. Even like the robot coming and picking up their luggage at the hotel, and it fucking picks up Goku and like drags it to the room. Just very funny stylistic choices.
Yeah, I totally forgot, or I didn't think about or realize up until now how much comedy is in the first. Like none of these 3 episodes have been serious at all so far.
Yeah, not at all. And what do you think was like the best gag from all the whole episode?
Uh, Honestly, right in the beginning, at least I think this is what happened. The
Mhm,
first bullet point I have has the part that I'm talking about.
mhm.
In the very beginning, they're in the spaceship, and Trunks and Pan are arguing. Trunks is trying to tell Pan, "You need to go back. This is too dangerous."
Yeah.
They're fighting over. I think what he says is an override key.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that's just to turn the ship around and get her back to Earth or something. But
Yeah, I just assume so.
Pan has the key. She won't give it to Trunks, and I'm pretty sure she puts it in her pants. And then dares Trunks. They says like your move, like dares him to get it. Is that what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, yeah.
I thought that part was funny. They're not technically related, right?
No, they're not related at all, but they're like it's kind of like cousins, but not they're not related.
Yeah. But they might as well be. But yeah, and
Yeah,
then like I said, I'm pretty sure Trunks is 18 and Pan's probably like,
yeah. Pan's like 10.
yeah, Pan's definitely young. Yeah, that part was funny. And then the rest of it, just the entire planet, honestly, is funny enough. Just the whole. I liked when they do get to the hotel and Pan's like, the shower won't turn off, like everything, and then Goku's like, the food won't stop coming out. It's like forcing the stuff onto them.
Yeah, did you notice that the money meter on the bed? It like charges you to stay in the bed, and then it like hooks Trunks on with like a fucking robot claw to make him pay more to be in the bed for longer.
Yeah, it was like a chain.
Yeah, I thought that it was fucking hilarious, especially later on in the episode when they're chilling with the poor family in their little hut, and then the government sends its robots to
Yeah.
come and take their house away because they didn't pay their rent. Is that not some shit that's gonna happen in like 5 years from now in
Yeah,
real life?
it just takes the entire house.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Once AI gets far enough along, you don't pay your rent, dude. You're gonna have fucking robot cops pulling up to your house saying like, where's the fucking rent?"
Yeah, they'll start repoing everything.
Yep. No, exactly, dude. I thought this episode was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is really good. So, yeah, I have in the very beginning, they're in the spaceship. Trunks is trying to tell Pan to go back. as the ship is going, some part falls off of the ship apparently, and they're looking out the window. They're seeing this part fly away. Trunks obviously knows what it is, so he starts freaking out. Bulma, who's back on Earth, kind of monitoring the ship, also notices this, and she starts freaking out.
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember at the end of episode 2, that part falls down and Bulma picks it up and realizes what it was. And I guess like that's the part that made the ship fucking crash.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, as it goes on, Trunks is still panicking, and he tells them it was a stabilizer jet that fell off, and the ship is going to crash without that. So the ship starts rumbling, freaking out, a lot of turbulence, and Trunks says, we gotta make an emergency landing. So they just crash land on the nearest planet, and it happens to be this planet that is just full of, I mean, they're just like some kind of alien race, but obviously they're Indian dudes who are all street merchants, and they immediately start trying to force all of their goods onto them and make them buy all the stuff.
Yeah.
They go into a hotel. They find a hotel. They check in. You find out the planet is called iMecha.
Mhm.
Made me think of like iCarly. I spelled it with the lowercase I and then Mecha.
Nice.
And then yeah, the hotel seems cool, but then they get into the room and Pan goes to take a shower, and she's like, "Hey, the water won't turn off." And Goku goes to open the fridge, and he's like, "Hey, the food is just flowing out of the fridge and it won't stop." And then Trunks notices there's money meters on everything, and it's forcing the amenities onto them. They can't turn anything off.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the trend on this planet, that everybody is forcing their goods onto you to make you pay for them.
Mm.
At this point, I wrote, this whole planet is a spoof on Middle Eastern scammers. After leaving the hotel, they find some random natives who take them in, let them come into their home. And Pan starts complaining about the kind of scammer culture going on. And the natives are like, yeah, that's totally true. That's what's going on. The natives tell them Lord Don Key, it seems like a dictator is kind of, I think, how they phrase it.
Yeah, that's what went on, yeah.
He's the guy responsible for all this. He's made everything very expensive, and I guess he's enacted these like very low wages. Nobody can afford anything, so everybody's kind of trying to get by doing what they're doing.
Yeah, they scammed to try and make it by because he takes so much of their fucking money and all their stuff.
Yeah, and then as they're having this conversation, yeah, the robots show up and are like, "Hey, you haven't been paying your rent, so we're gonna start taking your stuff away." And they take the entire house. They're left sitting there on a rug with Goku, Pan, and Trunks. After this, did I miss the part? No, it's after this. They leave. They just say, "Fuck it, we're gonna go back to the ship," and they meet Giru. It's just this little robot who becomes part of the crew, and Giru eats the Dragon Ball radar that Trunks was using.
Yup.
So that's obviously a problem. They have to get that back. This is the first episode I think they didn't finish though. Like it left you on a cliffhanger. The first 2 episodes had no cliffhangers.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're definitely setting us up for next episode. Goku's gonna have to throw hands with the dictator. Did you notice the part when their ship got towed by
I
the
was gonna
government?
say that was the last part. Yeah, their ship got repoed or towed or whatever as the episode was ending.
Yup.
So yeah, the next episode, obviously, they're gonna have to get the Dragon Ball radar out of Giru, and Goku's gonna have to go get the ship back and figure shit out with the dictator. Goku tried to go fight the dictator, and the natives were like, "No, the dictator's too strong." Obviously, they don't know who Goku is.
Yeah, they look at him and they think he's like a little kid. And they're like, "Oh, you can't do it." Like, just trying to be like a brave kid.
Yeah, I would imagine Goku will make easy work of the dictator and the government, unless the first real bad guy comes out of this part. I don't remember.
We'll see. I don't think so, but we'll have to find out. But
Yeah.
I think this is a funny concept for Dragon Ball, like the corrupt dictators, like hella money greedy. Did you know that Frieza? Do you know what Frieza is based off of originally?
No.
Frieza is based off of like private equity, like real estate company boss. Like that's what Toriyama made him after. So there's lots of like these like anti-greed like villains in throughout Dragon Ball history.
That is pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't know that about Frieza.
Yeah, it based on I want to say that's what it is, like private equity, like like those real estate companies that own like all the apartments in one city and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's what he's based off of, one of those guys.
That is super weird. I just thought Frieza was like a generic bad guy who wants to conquer the universe.
Nah, that's what he based them off of, evil real estate tycoons.
Gee, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that episode, I felt like so far might have been the most pointless. Obviously,
Mhm.
now we're on the first planet, so it's not actually pointless, but it really could have gone to just they landed and then here's the bad guy right then and there. But like
Yeah.
I said, I always do like Dragon Ball comedy. So again, I was totally fine with it. I liked it.
Yeah, and I think, I don't remember if this is true or not, but it was implied that there's probably a Dragon Ball on this planet. I don't know if you remember that part.
Yeah, I think Trunks said no, there's no Dragon Balls here, and Pan said, why don't you check? And when he looked at the radar, he kind of reacted before he dropped it and Giru ate it.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm thinking, there's gonna be a Dragon Ball on the planet, and they're gonna save the people, take out the dictator, and fucking get the Dragon Ball, and it'll be like a tiny little 2 episode arc.
Yeah, everybody will get their houses back.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think it's a cool episode. Like you said, I enjoyed the comedy. Yeah, not super eventful, but I don't mind. I don't mind like the little mini arc on this planet because since the concept is so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fine hanging out with Dragon Ball characters as long as there's funny stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what do you think of the dynamic between like Goku, Trunks, and Pan so far? Because since it's not like it's kind of like a weird trio when you think about it. You have Goku, who's like the old generation, turned into a kid. Trunks, who's like been around for a while, and then Pan. This is like our first exposure to her. Since she was like a baby, only at the end of Z.
It is funny the way Pan is kind of constantly talking shit to Goku.
Yeah,
Like at one part in this episode, she tells him all of this is basically all his fault because he's the one that got turned back into a kid by not paying attention.
yeah,
So yeah, I do think that is funny. The fact that Goku is he is her grandfather and Trunks is I guess damn near uncle, but
yeah. Like a uncle figure, a big cousin figure, that kind of thing.
yeah, but he's now like kind of the youngest one out of all of them, really the smallest one for sure.
Yeah, Goku is, yeah, true.
But yeah, Trunks is almost kind of the as of right now, anyways. He's kind of the leader of the group, just because he's the only one that knows how to control the ship. He knows what's going on. He's got the Dragon Ball radar. Goku obviously will become the leader, I'm sure, and he becomes the muscle for sure. But
Yeah, did you notice, I thought it was funny when, Pain and Goku are like, "This is fucked up," and Trunks is like, "Well, it's a different planet, they have their own rules, like, whatever, let's just get out of here."
yeah,
I thought it was funny since he's like the big business guy at Capsule Corp, he's like, "Well, like, whatever." It
oh
kinda
yeah,
it kinda reminded me of, have you ever seen that Yu-Gi-Oh clip where it's Kaiba and, someone's talking, they're like, "You have to, are you willing to, like, crush your friend's souls?" And he's like, "As the head of a corporation, I do that shit every day," or some shit like that.
yeah. I'm surprised Trunks isn't like stocked up on capsules to like. I'm surprised he didn't have like a 1 bedroom apartment in a capsule that he could have pulled out in that moment or something.
Yeah, true. I think probably because they just figured they'd sleep on the ship. They, that
Yeah,
they didn't think that to need to bring a capsule apartment or nothing like that. I agree with you. You'd think that they would have brought more.
I wonder.
Although maybe they were planning on it because they took off by accident. They weren't planning to take off then. Maybe he was gonna go get more stuff and then Payne just hit the launch button.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't just sleep on the ship.
Yeah, yeah, true. I don't know why they were looking for a fucking hotel. Maybe they were just curious or something.
Yeah, I would think they got out originally because Goku probably wanted to eat, so they went and got food. But then, yeah, they went and found a hotel. Yeah, why
Yeah.
did they just sleep on the ship? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to. I wonder. They never talk about like how much money do they have.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. How does the intergalactic currency exchange go? Like the money it was called like gambits or something on this planet.
Yeah,
Like how much does their Z money go for in terms of a gambit exchange rate?
because yeah, the robot that dragged Goku into the room, he wanted money, and Trunks easily pulled out whatever coin of currency he had and gave it to the robot or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, but no, overall, I like this episode a lot. Like I said, I was actually waiting for this episode because I remember on my rewatch from a couple years ago, I remember thinking this one's super funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make total sense that in the future we'll have AI robots that come to collect your rent when you're not paid on time or you're dead or whatever.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I always see. You ever see those videos of those robot dogs that they already have in some cities?
I don't think I've seen robot dogs, no.
Dude, it's bad. People will be like, "Oh my god, so cute," that kind of shit. I'm like, dude, this shit is far. Like, this is gonna be so bad in like 3 years once they figure out how to put these in robots that can fight.
Ha-
They're gonna have you fucking getting your house repoed and getting your ass kicked by a fucking robot.
Have you seen those little robot things that they're kind of like Uber or Door Dashers that roll around town delivering food and stuff?
Yeah, the little robots that roll around.
Did you see that clip of the one that pushed the wheelchair guy off the sidewalk?
Jesus Christ, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was one of those things rolling down the sidewalk, and some guy on a wheelchair went to pass him, and the thing like merged over, I guess, and pushed him off the sidewalk. And
Jesus
I
Christ,
think he's
dude.
suing the company, something like that. It's like a
Dude,
story going around right now.
hopefully he fucking cashes out. I hate those fucking little robots. Where I went to university for my bachelor's degree, that was like a big thing on campus, the little robots that are food delivery. But I always hated them. People are like, oh, aren't those so cool? I'm like, no, fuck those guys, because I used to do DoorDash, so I considered them my competition,
Yeah.
competing with the little fucking robots.
There's this clip back in the old days on the Danny Mullen channel. He had the side character named Rat Dick Ralph, and Rat Dick Ralph got kicked off the channel because he got hooked on meth and kind of started going crazy. And he started streaming on his
Mhm.
own, but he had to use this super obscure streaming site that I can't remember what it's called because he kept saying the N word and getting kicked off of
Jeez.
other platforms. But he did have this one funny clip where he was running around LA and he was tipping those robots over and he was yelling, fuck you, you're here from China, you're trying to take over America. And he's like tipping these robots over. He's like high on meth.
Jesus Christ, that meth paranoia is getting to his ass.
Yeah, but I was like, in this case, I'm fine with it. Yeah, get these fucking Chinese AI robots out of here.
No fucking I don't know if you see those memes about Trunks taking out the androids. I think it's like 16 before they set him free in the future Trunks arc, where he's like, if they set that android free, it'll be the end of all of us.
Oh
And
yeah,
he fucking hits him with the blast. I think of that clip all the time.
isn't that the clip where his hair starts going up and there's the weird lack of sideburn?
Yeah, because they fixed it in Dragon Ball Z Kai, funny enough. But yeah, because he has like kind of similar to like the haircut I have, but his hair
Yeah.
goes up and then he's just completely bald on the sides instead of having hair. But when they reanimated it in Kai, they gave him hair on the sides.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that clip is
Funny ass
awesome.
clip.
That's a great clip for the AI stuff popping up.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I see a lot of people. They're trying to introduce AI like AI slurs already. They call them clankers
Oh yeah.
for the robots that are gonna come soon. Sad,
I
man.
always liked in Blade Runner they call them skin jobs, but that's because
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
that's because in Blade Runner though they look like humans and they actually have like human skin or whatever.
yeah, more similar to like Android 17, 18.
Yeah, I know we're not quite on that level yet, but I mean they are making those like girl mannequins for guys and shit.
I seen a video of that. Yeah, I think, dude. Honestly, I think we're not that far away from that. I think in 5 years we'll have like human-sized full robots like patrolling the streets like police, and then I think in 10 years we'll have fucking like AI robots that look at least close to humans.
Yeah, it'll be like the Terminator or RoboCop.
Dude, it's fucked up. I always see clips. It's like, dude, haven't you seen all the fucking like bad movies about this shit? Like, don't you think we should stop it before it gets to that point? Because it will get to that point. I think that's what they want, though.
Yeah, it's funny how everyone keeps saying, like, oh, watch out, this is going to be bad news. It's going to be the end of the world. Yet they keep working on it. It's like, okay, then stop doing it.
Dude, exactly. I think it's because it's too profitable.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Elon Musk because he was always the guy who's like,
Exactly.
we got to stop. AI is going to become too dangerous. I'm like, okay, but you're like the guy building this shit.
Dude, exactly. He's the guy talking about putting chips in everyone's heads and shit. I'm like, dude, don't you think that's a huge step in that direction? I can't believe
Yeah.
people are like willing to get that shit too. I would never let fucking anyone put a chip in my head. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a clip of somebody using their hand as their debit card. Like they put the debit card chip, they put it like in their hand.
Mhm.
And they were just like in like a fucking Safeway, and it's just this white girl. She's like, "Oh, I'm excited to try this out," and she puts her hand on the swiper thing, and it goes. I'm like, "You're fucking weird."
Have you seen the dude that carries around the big ass like the French bread loaf thing? He puts his debit card inside. He pays with it at the store.
No,
He's like, "Do y'all take bread pay?" They're like, "What?" And then he pays with it, and it works. They're just like, "What the fuck?"
oh, that's hilarious.
It's funny, but yeah. Any more thoughts on the episode before we move on?
No, it was like I don't want to say pointless because it's obviously not done yet. It was a cliffhanger episode, but it was
Yeah,
just a fun episode, and the Indian stuff was hilarious.
actually, I know. I agree. Fun and funny episode. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in episode 4.
I wonder how they would have made that episode today instead. Which is funny because like that's kind of I guess going to be a theme going forward is how things would have been made today, considering when they were
Yeah,
made.
facts.
They could be considered offensive. Like nowadays, that episode would be offensive. I think.
Yeah, I think if that episode came out today, especially and if it was like broadcast on like some American streaming service, I think it would be like a Dragon Ball boycott.
Do the Japanese have any kind of beef with Indians? Is that a thing?
I think Japanese people look at Indians like the same way a lot of Americans do, like oh, like scam calls, like all the people. Not, I'm not
On
saying this is,
Instagram.
yeah, it's not saying this is my opinion, of course, but like all the Indian street food vendors like holding the food with their feet and shit. I think it's the same perception. It's funny about that actually. saw this dude. He would pop up on my feed every now and then. It was a Japanese dude vacationing through India, and he was on the train where it's like a train where you can sleep on overnight, and it was so fucking wild on the train. He said it looked like Resident Evil on the train, like the zombies and shit.
Have you seen those reels, those Instagram reels of people making fun of the street vendors that make the food and stuff? And,
I have, yeah.
and they're just doing all the extra shit with that shit's hilarious. What's funny about those street vendors in the Middle East is that they're not actually doing anything. Like, they're just being very aggressive. Like he just throws a cup and it hits the ceiling, and it's like, okay, that's not cool though. Like, you're just doing extra shit for no reason. Like,
I seen some guy say that, like, there's a video of this one guy, and he was like moving his head back and forth, and the guy was like, dude, you're not even going fast. He's just moving his head to try and make it look like he's going hella fast.
That's exactly what it's like. Yeah, it's like there's no actual talent with what you're doing. You're just being hella extra about it.
Yeah, no, I saw a good one where they're like fucking like crushing the ice with like his foot, and then he like scoops it up off the ground with the fucking cup and shit.
That shit's hilarious.
I fucking love those spoof videos of the street foods are funny as hell.
Yeah, Instagram's got a lot of good India hate videos going around right now. I like the ones about them staring at people too, which I guess is true. My buddy went to India last year, and he said, yeah, they just stare at you, and then you'll look at them, and they don't care that you see them staring at you. They will just keep staring at you.
Oh, it's like a cultural difference, like staring at rude over there or some shit.
Yeah, like it's just not. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I've seen clips now of going around where people will say like, the Indian guy at the back of the bus, and it's like a guy fucking staring. And yeah, they just stare at you. And I guess I don't know if it's not considered rude over there. I don't know if maybe they don't stare at each other, but they stare at foreigners, or
yeah, maybe if you're like a like a white guy or a black guy walking around India, they're just gonna be like, what the fuck's that guy doing here? Because I'm sure not that many foreigners go to India. If I imagined, I could be wrong.
Yeah, aside from like I'm sure there's a couple big fancy cities there that people go to party or something. That's probably it.
Yeah, I have a relative who he went to China, and he's like a big Mexican guy. And he was saying that like everyone every like 10 minutes would stop to take pictures with him because they've never seen a fucking big Mexican dude in their life.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, it's hella funny. He showed me the pictures, just like random people, like, oh yeah, these people took a picture with me. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, other countries are hella funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Basically, I would assume the Japanese have some kind of running gag about Indian people, and they decided to make an episode about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
The next one I had, I'll have to explain this to you. Part of this is going to be me explaining the plot to you.
Okay.
So they announced that I didn't even know. I don't realize anymore who owns like production companies. I guess just every actor owns their own production company nowadays.
Yeah, it seems like that's the direction the movie industry is moving towards.
Yeah, all the actors are just getting in on producing, because I learned that Kenan Thompson has a production company, which I never knew.
I didn't know that either.
He's remaking Sleepaway Camp, which it also just goes to show they'll remake anything. Like, Sleepaway Camp is popular in the horror community, but who the fuck it's not a diehard horror fan has heard of Sleepaway Camp?
I was gonna say I've never heard of it, and I'm not involved in the scene like that. But you talked about this on stream before, where it's like they would much, like people always fucking want to remake everything instead of just taking inspiration and making something new that's cool. I was like, oh well, let's just remake it.
What's funny then is when it comes to something like Sleepaway Camp, right? The reason they like to remake things is because there's a built-in audience.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, at least this audience is guaranteed to come to the theater and see the movie. But with a movie like Sleepaway Camp, that built-in audience has to be so small that it's like, you probably have a built-in audience, just Kenan Thompson making a movie. Why don't you just go write a new fucking movie?
No, exactly, and use the clout that Kenan Thompson already has as the launching pad for the fan base for your new movie, instead of trying to capitalize on an existing fan base for an old ass movie.
Yeah, especially something like this. It's I'll pull up the trailer. The trailer, of course, it's like a 1983 trailer. It really doesn't show that much, but
yeah.
Before I explain the plot, because really the kick is the plot. That's where it's going to be like, why the fuck? How are they even going to make this nowadays? It's a quick one.
Dear Mom and Dad, I've been at a sleepaway camp for almost 3 weeks, and I'm getting very scared.
Welcome to Sleepaway Camp.
This is already fucking creepy.
Someone is watching you.
Hey.
Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death. Sleepaway Camp. You won't be coming home.
All right, so I'm gonna go full spoilers.
Yeah, go for it.
First and foremost, the big twist of the movie. The reason this, I don't know how they're gonna do this in 2025. This chick right here, this junior high school age looking girl,
Yeah.
has a penis.
What the fuck? That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
This is a dude. In the original movie, you get a full on like 30-second shot of this girl with a dick. The way they did it in the movie was they took the body of an 18-year-old boy and they like superimposed her face over it. Her face in the thumbnail of this video, that's the face she's making when they show you the dick. So
Oh shit.
the plot of the movie is this girl, dude,
Mhm.
whatever. Throughout the movie, she's a girl. So this girl, Angela, goes to summer camp. It's like one of the Friday the 13th knockoffs, you know, the summer camp
Yeah.
horror movies.
Uh-huh.
And she's very quiet and she's very shy. So she gets bullied the whole time she's there.
Mhm.
And all these murders start happening, which is another thing. How are you going to do this in 2025? These are legitimately like 7th, maybe even like 6th grade kids in this movie. And they're actually played by kids in real life too. This is one of the rare movies where they don't use adults to play the kids.
Yeah, middle school age. Yeah.
So all the deaths are like young teenage kids, like 6th, 7th graders.
Dang, yeah.
Usually horror movies will kill high schoolers, but not like, you know, these are small kids.
True, yeah.
So that's already a question, like how are they going to do this?
Mhm.
So yeah, these murders start happening, and at the end of the movie, you find out it's actually this girl, the girl that's being bullied, and then the bigger plot twist on top is, oh, it's actually a dude.
Oh, so she's the fucking murderer?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, that is a crazy fucking plot twist.
So she's the murderer, and she's
Mm.
got a dick. You learn that she was adopted when she was younger by her aunt, and her aunt is kind of crazy and wanted a boy. So her aunt, her aunt wanted a girl. So her aunt
I
adopted her
see.
young nephew, but then turned her into Angela.
Yeah,
This,
because she wanted a daughter. Okay, I understand.
and there's a little bit more to it. I'm just doing the rough quick run through.
Yeah.
Another thing, how are they going to do it? One of the characters in this is a full-blown pedophile. One of the camp counselors. He's like the cook for the group. He's like a
Oh.
full-on like talks about before they get hair, like that's perfect, like stuff like that. Like
Jeez, man, that's gnarly.
it's a very gritty, you know, they all call each other names that would be considered homophobic and dysphobic and that-phobic nowadays. Very
Yeah.
offensive.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's kind of like, why would you pick this one? This is like the one movie people have been joking for years, like, oh well, we're never going to remake Sleepaway Camp because how are you going to do the some people will argue that it's transphobic because it's the girl who is, you know, a dude and
Yeah.
she's psychotic and kills people, and they'll say, oh, that's mean to trans people because it implies that they're all psychotic violent killers.
Uh-huh.
Some people argue that it's not actually transphobic because she was forced to live as a girl by the aunt, so she's not actually transgender. She was forced to live as a different person.
That's
But
an
then people
argument, yeah.
argue back because there are sequels to the movie where she is just a full-blown girl and she's kind of like accepted her life as a girl. So like, oh no, she actually is. So that whole thing is just a mess.
Yeah.
People really like to take these horror movies from the 80s and put way too much meaning into them.
Mhm.
Anybody who knows anything will tell you that most of the 80s horror movies, they're just cheap cash-ins.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. They all have like pretty cheap budgets, and it's like make the fucking movie and go. Like put the shit in it so more people will watch it, and like let's go.
Yeah, Halloween did really well in 1978, and because of that, a bunch of like cheap, like shitty producers came along and said, we want to make some money. This is a popular genre. And that's why you have all of these like campy, trashy, cheap 80s horror movies that everybody likes, but people really like to add a lot of meaning into them that's not really there. And it's like, bro, you realize every decision that was made in this movie was because it was cheap and because, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
and Joe Bob Briggs, my favorite horror host and probably the most famous today, he'll tell you all these slashers from the 80s, they were all just cheap money grabs made by guys in suits that wanted to make a quick buck.
Mhm.
You know, Friday the 13th came out, that made it real popular. Everybody went and made a cheap slasher. So the reason this girl has a dick is not because of any kind of, you know, especially in 1983. There's no commentary on transgender. It's a cheap shock factor. That's what it was. It's
Yeah, like a crazy plot twist. Like, how can we get people to be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, that's what it was
Yeah.
really about. So now people go back and, you know, of course, they add all this meaning to it because nobody understands that things were different in 1983 than they are today.
Yeah, the context of that plot twist is completely different back then than it would be now. If this movie came out for the first time today, yeah, it'd probably mean something different. But back in 1983, I see your point.
Yeah. So everyone's already wondering how are they going to do it. I saw a comment and somebody was basically saying what's going to happen is one of two things. They're either going to play it safe and you're going to get this really shitty sanitized
Mhm.
politically correct movie, or B, they're going to try to be as accurate to the original as possible and you're going to get some edgelord shit. So then I started thinking about the
Mm.
term edgelord, and I think I actually hate that word because what the fuck does edgelord even mean? I know on Facebook, when I get into arguments with people, I'll call
Mhm.
somebody a retard,
Mhm.
and they'll say, "Oh, you're an edgelord." I'm like, bro, that's just how I've talked since the fucking second grade. Like, what do you mean I'm an edgelord? That's
Yeah, yeah, it's only deemed edgy now, but it wasn't deemed edgy back then. And, deemed edgy by who, really? Who cares?
yeah. Well, it's like, isn't an edgelord? Doesn't that mean somebody who's not actually edgy trying to be edgy?
That's why I always thought edgelord was like, I don't know if you ever seen that video of like Shadow the Hedgehog with like a gun like that. I always thought that was like a good way to explain edgelord, like a fucking dork who's trying to look cool.
Yeah. And then it just gets overused like all of these words do nowadays because yeah, anybody could say a bad word and you just say, "Oh, edgelord." So I was like, "So wait, what if they do remake the movie and they make it just as vulgar as the original?" You could
Oh.
call it edgelord, but it's like you could call anything edgelord if they say the word fuck or retard. Like it's
Yeah,
just
exactly. Where are we drawing the line? Like, if I cuss at all, am I considered an edgelord? But I kind of agree with you. I have a take on this though. I actually don't hate. Who is Keenan Thompson? Can you remind me? Is he someone I would know or not?
remember Keenan and Kel?
I thought so. I was gonna say, is it Keenan and Kel? Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I actually don't hate the choice for him from a business perspective to make this movie because this will definitely get people watching. Like, if he's just after like trying to make money, and, like any publicity is good publicity. Like, this is a good movie to fucking pick because a lot of people are gonna watch it and talk about it everywhere on the internet, no matter which direction he takes it in. If he goes like the total, like you said, like the edgelord direction, or if he plays it super safe, it's gonna get crazy reaction either way it goes. So it's a super sound business idea. I won't lie.
Part of another things that people have been saying is with a movie like that. So that movie is basically known in the horror world as it's like one of the biggest, you know, shocks of all time. The shock ending. Not only is she the killer, but oh, she actually is a
She's a
fucking
dude.
dude. So, but now people are saying, "Hey, what's up, Annie?
What's
Annie,
up, Annie?
Sleepaway Camp?"
Yeah, Annie, you know about this movie? What do you think?
So now people are saying, well, because the ending is so famous, all the horror fans know it. Like you can't just
Yeah.
redo the same ending.
True.
There is an article from Bloody Disgusting, and it says that Ryan Jr., who is I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
One of the producers. He says we're staying true to the OG story while Robert will be adding in some insane new twists. Robert, the director, the original director is coming back for it too. He's directing this remake.
Oh, I actually kind of like that. Not like I'm a fan of the movie or nothing like that, but if you're gonna remake a movie, I think it's cool to have the original director at least involved.
Annie, it's 1983. It's the summer camp slasher where it's a bunch of junior high kids. The main killer, it's famous for its shock ending. We just went over it. The main killer is a girl who is a dude. So that's kind of the question in the movie. They're remaking this in 2025. How are they going to do that? You know,
Yeah.
with the topic of girls actually being dudes nowadays being kind of a sensitive topic for a lot of people.
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith for it. I'm sure they'll go the safe route and just give us some sanitized whatever.
Mhm.
You look like Justin Long.
Andy, you know what's hilarious? That's the only celebrity comparison I've ever gotten, and I've gotten it from someone else before. So it must be somewhat true. I had never heard of him before that.
Justin Long was in Jeepers Creepers too in 2001.
Yeah, so dude, I have a side tangent story. We were playing golf out in the middle of nowhere in California, and this old dude got paired up with me and my friends. And he was like, "Dude, you know who you look like?" And I'm like, no, who? I've never gotten a person. He said, "Fucking Justin Long." But this same guy that we were playing golf with, it was my friend's birthday. He was like a 50-year-old guy. He called my friend a pussy. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I laughed at the time, but then I thought about it later. I was like, some random 50-year-old dude calling my buddy a pussy like that. That's fucking crazy. You don't even know him.
Yeah, it'd be more 2001 Justin Long, if anything.
Yeah, no, I definitely see the comparison.
Mostly just the hair.
Yeah, I think just the dark hair.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers is also a great movie, the 2001. Yeah, so yeah, that is the big question. How are they going to go about doing the remake in 2025?
Yeah.
They need to stop doing these fucking remakes of all these movies. Like, as
No.
much as I like Sleepaway Camp, I have it on Blu-ray. It's a classic, but it's like, dude, no one's heard of this shit unless you're like a diehard horror fan. Like, why are you? There's
I
nothing to cash in on with it. You're gonna get a couple hundred kids in each town that know about it. Like I said, the dedicated horror nerds are really all who know about it. It's not like fucking Friday the 13th or Halloween.
No, I totally agree. I'm not a big fan of remakes either, unless it's like a remake of like a fucking silent film or something like where it's a completely might as well be a completely different medium. You know what I think is a better thing for even if they wanted people to know more about this movie. Do you remember back in like the 2000s when Disney would do like re-releases of old films in theaters and like DVDs? Like they'd re-release Cinderella in theaters every like 10 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a way better idea. Like, just re-release the movie in HD, do like a promo campaign for it, and then re-release the movie in HD on Blu-ray or have it show in theaters for a week and get people invested that way. Like, you don't have to remake everything.
So in horror, they do that a lot with home releases. Like every movie comes out on DVD, and then 10 years comes out on Blu-ray, and then 10 years comes out on HD.
Yeah,
Devil's Rejects is coming out on 4K later this year. They're doing the 4K version of it. I think it is actually doing a short run. Some movies do get short theatrical runs, like the Devil's Rejects is coming to a couple theaters. Of course, they're all in like LA and New York, and that's it or something.
see, like, I think that's cool. That gives the movie a chance for like fans to pull up and support it, and then it gives a chance for people that haven't seen it to go watch it and become fans of the
Yeah,
movie.
I would rather they do that too if they actually did wide releases. When they did the Scream 2 25th
Yeah.
anniversary, I was surprised it came to the theater here in town. And we went and saw that, and that was just super rare. They put us in it was like the smallest theater in the back with the shitty sound.
Yeah.
But that was a surprise. Usually when they do theatrical runs like that, it's never, here. It's only in cool big cities and whatnot. Quick changes of the kids of today text without full words.
How are you? How are you?
Wait, kids of today text without full words. My 18-year-old cousin texted me the other day saying HRU.
Like, how
How
are
are
you?
you?
And
then
then
said IMG for I'm good.
good. Yeah, this is true.
And it was texting without vowels.
Is this a thing now for kids? Yeah, the slang is pretty different now. I work in education, so I'm pretty well versed in like what kids are like how they talk and like what they think is funny nowadays. This does not surprise me at all.
I have to look up different abbreviations all the time on the internet. Like I'll see
Yeah.
a
I
new 3-letter abbreviation, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
yeah, I recently do you ever see the one that's like shut your bitch ass up, but they just put SYBAU?
Yeah.
I learned that one recently. I actually like that one though. I think it's funny.
That one's funny. Some of them are
Yeah.
just ridiculous. Like there's Today I Learned.
Oh, dude, I only learned that one recently too. That one's stupid. TIO. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
you said today I learned, bro.
All we ever used was LOL when I was in high school. It was LOL. That's the classic.
Well,
Of course
women
you
use
say-
OMG, which I mean, like that everyone knows that one.
We did use OMG.
LMAO was
that
that was a
start-
popular one in my generation.
That started, for me, that started when I was in high school. LMAO, and then LMFAO. That stuff started coming around when I was in high school. But that was really, there was no Today I Learned, or there's like in case you missed it. That's one that I see a lot.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's a bad one. I don't like that one either.
People abbreviate in case you missed it. Like when we were kids, people used R for R and U for U, but even that was, like it wasn't everybody texted like that. And at least that is kind of self-explanatory. Like if you see the
Yeah.
word how and then R, you can say that in your head and be like, oh, I get that. But when someone's doing, in case you missed it, like ICYM, like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, how is that? If you don't know what that is, like the odds that you can come to that conclusion, you might like get it wrong by a word and completely miss the meaning. Nah, I agree with you guys. It's definitely gotten to a weird point. But dude, kids also can't really fucking read or write nowadays either, though, because they're just on their phone 24/7. So I'm pretty sure text language is gonna end up looking even worse in like 5 years.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's all gonna get worse. Yeah, like you said, they can't read as it is.
Dude, it's bad. It's super bad. I won't get into it, but
It's the beginning letter expecting something. I mean, yeah, it's funny because it's like, bro, you're already texting. Like,
exactly. Why not
you
just
really
type
need
out
to
the
save
word?
your thumbs that much energy that you can't type out a whole word for, like.
Yeah, I saw a fucking crazy take that I don't think will end up being that crazy. Same with like the fucking robots pulling up to your house and taking it away repo. Someone said like in 10 years being able to like surely read and write like with confidence will be like a not so common skill. And I was like, dude, I fucking agree. I think in 10 years, if you can like proficiently read and write, I think people are gonna be like, oh wow, like this guy's fucking smart.
Like you'll start getting better jobs because you can read and write.
Exactly. They're like, oh, this guy can fucking read and write. Not everyone will be able to. I think we're gonna go backwards in terms of literacy.
Yeah, that would be actual regression because that's how shit used to be. No, not everybody went to school. Like it was kind of a
Exactly. It was only like upper class people that got to go to school, but now,
yeah. I was gonna say
now you
maybe
know.
not a rarity, but it was like like if you met somebody that couldn't read or write, you would say, oh, okay, like you're just one of those people. It wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, my hot take for the whole education thing is I think in 10 years, maybe 10 to 20, if I had to like stretch it out, I think that secondary school, like high school, is going to end up being optional. I think kids are going to stop school after 8th grade and then it'll be optional to go to high school and they'll go to work instead.
I could see that.
Yeah, because people will deem the skills unimportant. Because exactly, you can have AI do everything. Like, oh, well, what's the point of improving my essay writing skills in high school or my math skills in high school if we just have AI do it anyways? I think kids are going to graduate 8th grade, and I think this is a bad thing, by the way. Just to clarify, I think it's good for kids to keep on going to high school, but I think it won't be required. And kids at like 14, 15 will go get like fucking like factory or labor jobs, that kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do think it is better for kids to go to school until they're 18.
Last time I was over at mom's,
Yeah.
our sister was doing math homework. She's
Uh-huh.
like, do you know how to do all this? It was like third to the fourth power, and then that's
Yeah.
what's the square root of symbol thing around, stuff like that. And I pulled up Chat GPT and I was like, no, fuck all that, just put it in here. Like Chat GPT, like all the questions. Yeah. And then mom came home and I was like, oh, I helped her cheat on her homework, and mom's like, that's fine. I don't
Yeah,
understand
no,
math.
mom doesn't give a shit. She's like, mom, you know what mom always says? She's always like, you can't use this shit to balance a checkbook. And I always tell her, mom, no one fucking balances their fucking checkbook anymore. Like, that skill is also fucking useless. Find a new example.
I do agree though. It's like, bro, when are you gonna? I've never needed to do any of the math I learned in high school. I mean, the
No,
basics.
I agree with you. I think unless you're planning on being like a fucking engineer or some shit, which if you are, that's sick. You're gonna end up making hella money. But
That,
like,
that that is something they need to start doing in high school. Like you'd be like, and not that you know what you're gonna do for a living in high school, but I guess try to at least be like, do you think you're gonna actually need to take this class for when you graduate? Or
yeah, I mean, well, they had the option, at least when I was in high school, they had the if you were like not the best at math, they put you in consumer math or some shit or whatever it was called, which is basically like economic math for you to not to understand money more.
yeah, I
Uh
think
take one high school. Exactly. Annie, I also think that's another reason why they'll do it.
why would they get married? Because there's no high school there.
Because they'll have jobs, they'll have more money they'll have more money by the time they're like if say a kid starts working at 15, they're gonna have a lot more money saved up by the time they're 20 than if they go to high school, finish at 18, work for 2 years. You have 5 years of money, you'll feel more confident and able to have a kid. And there's less education going on, so you're more likely to have kids. I think that's just a statistical fact.
That is true. I was gonna say, and that would be a good thing, except for the fact that they'll probably just get divorced. And like,
Exactly, yeah. So it's like because I think like this. I'll say them as in like the grand system that runs the show. They want people to have more kids so they have more workers.
yeah,
So they can pay more taxes, pay more money into Social Security, all that kind of shit. So Annie, that's a great point. I totally agree with you. I'm sure that is part of the formula. If my prediction is true.
I'm down for more young people getting married and having kids and shit. But
Yeah.
like I said, they're all just gonna end up getting divorced. So it's
Yeah, isn't the divorce rate like fucking 50% or some shit?
Yeah, it's like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and
Like
you gotta think.
marriage just doesn't mean shit anymore nowadays.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Like, plenty of people have kids that aren't even married. Like, you gotta think about most relationships. It's probably like 85% of the time they don't. No, more than that. I mean, fuck it. How many relationships actually make it through, not including like just marriage?
Yeah.
It's not a likely thing in this day and age. But yeah, I agree with you. Marriage means like nothing no more to people. It's fucking sad.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them talk about it's like the no fault divorce thing to blame. Which like I wouldn't want to get rid of that, but at the same time it's like, you know, I kind of just feel bad for all the parents that pay for these weddings and then they just get divorced anyways.
Nah, I feel bad for the fucking kids. I think those are the kids are who
Oh,
suffer
well,
the
yeah.
most. I think that's a huge reason as to why society's turned out the way it has. Dude, a lot of these kids, grow up in single parent households. I think that shit really fucks you up more
Yeah,
than more
most
than they understand now.
yeah, most kids don't have dads nowadays.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But the dating bar is so low out there. Annie, what do you mean?
Like the bar for getting a date.
And yeah, okay, Andy confirms it is 50% divorce rate. Dude, that's fucking wild. Like half the people that get married are gonna end up getting split. I guess that does include like fucking like Vegas drive-through weddings and all that shit though. So maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a way they could exclude like drive-through weddings, maybe even exclude shotgun weddings.
We got what mall? Let's go, Cole. What's good, bro?
Yeah,
What's
wait, when are we talking about a mall?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't know what he's talking about. Clarify, bro. And then Annie got to pull through with the dating bar being hella low. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, maybe in the city, maybe in LA. If it is low in LA, I got to get to LA.
He asked, "Do you fart?" I don't think that's a good story to base the whole dating game out there on. I'm sure there are
I saw
plenty
a
of
post on
people.
Facebook. This chick was on a dating app and got a message from a guy, and instead of saying hi, yes,
Our chick's not into that. I feel like that's kind of funny.
yeah, that sounds just like a guy fucking around.
Yeah, he's trolling or some shit. I wouldn't base too much off of that. That is funny though.
I would honestly, if I was going to use dating apps, I would just troll too, because then at least, at the least, you're going to get a funny girlfriend.
Dude, exactly. You gotta think about girls. Dude, girls get hundreds of matches. You gotta think about like you gotta stand out. If you make a joke and she likes it, then you know you got a good one because she's
Yeah.
gonna joke around with you.
A lot of women have high expectations, and the young guys don't want to commit. Yeah, the young guys don't want to commit because one, the girls' expectations are way too high. That is the thing. You see those like on the street interviews when they're like, "How much money do you want your boyfriend to make?" And they're like, "Oh, $2 million." It's like, bro, you know how many guys actually make $2 million a year?
It's probably like what, like 0.5% of people. I thought Beckett said he was at a mall recently. Like they just want to fuck around, don't want to have a serious relationship. Andy, I don't know how true that is. I think that might be overgeneralization.
For guys or for girls? Cole, no, I don't think I said I was at a mall recently.
I think she's implying that young guys just want to fuck around, don't want to have a serious relationship. I don't know how true that is.
See, I thought it was girls that just wanted to not have a serious relationship.
I think in any place, no matter the country, no matter the age, I think there will be people that want to have relationships and people that don't. I could see people not wanting to get into serious relationships because they feel pointless. They're like, well, divorce rate is half. I'm fucking broke anyways. I could see like a person like that not wanting a serious relationship, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the guys that don't want serious relationships, they're the guys that are like, this girl's gonna cheat on me anyways, or she's gonna break up with me, or she's gonna not marry me because I don't make $2 million a year, or she's gonna go to the club with her girlfriends. Shit like that. When you start getting into like red pill, blue pill shit.
guy. Oh, so she is talking about guys, and she's saying that women want to get married. I
No,
don't know I don't know how
women
true
don't
that
want to get
is.
married at all. Women are the ones that are being told to focus on your job. Like, don't get married.
Yeah, I think for everyone, the lack of work-life balance and the lack of compensation for all that work is really what's preventing people from getting married and having kids. It's hard to have a successful relationship when both, the man and the woman are both working hella hours and they're still broke. Like that's not a happy situation for most people. So I don't think either dudes or women are to blame.
I
Typically,
still think
typically.
modern feminism is a plot by the IRS just to tax girls.
Just to get women to pay taxes.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we got 50% of the population paying income tax. What can we do to boost that to 100%? Oh, we'll get the girls working.
Yeah, have the women work too.
You know, there was a story, speaking of feminism, I was gonna bring this up anyway, so this works out. There was a story, you know, Bonnie Blue. She was at a
Who is that
club
again? Can you
recently.
remind me?
Bonnie Blue?
Yeah.
The OnlyFans girl that banged over 1,000 dudes in 12
Oh,
hours.
okay, gotcha. I don't know why I thought there was a different name. Now I remember what you're talking about,
So,
though.
you know, now she does the stuff where she goes out on tour and she does all these challenges, like I'll fuck 100 black guys in 6 hours. I'll let 100 virgins fuck me in 2 hours, like legit challenges like that.
Jesus Christ, man.
And I guess she was at a club in, I think it was in Florida. And when I was single, I found a lot of girls doing all relationships. I was dating mostly college girls, so maybe that's why. Yeah, because girls are the ones that are like, I don't want to throw my life away and get married when I'm 25. I'm still gonna act like I'm, you know.
Yeah, maybe because they're in college. Cool.
Yeah, that's like the age for that. That's when they're like,
Yeah,
no.
that they're not worried about having a family yet. They're still young and they still want to have their fun and all that shit. So that makes sense.
And nowadays, I think girls are putting that shit off. Like there are girls who are like, oh, well, I won't get married and have kids until I'm like 30. It's like, bro, you're supposed to do that shit in your like mid-20s. If you're gonna do it, that's the time. Rise of feminism is women that want to work and get married, but are having trouble finding men to commit because men want trad wives.
Oh, so she's saying that the men that want to get married are having trouble finding women that they want to marry because the women are always working and aren't traditional. Is that trad wife is traditional wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. Like I said, dude, I think it's just hard for especially younger people to get married with how tough the fucking economy is out there. Like, you know, imagine like most people can't even pay their fucking rent. Imagine trying to pay for your rent and a fucking child at the same time. I think marriage doesn't seem like a realistic option for a lot of people out there.
What's funny about this comment is that it's like, bro, if you're a girl and you're working and you find a dude who makes enough money that allows you to be a trad wife, bro, just fucking stay home and like do laundry. Like I hate when girls like,
Yeah.
dude, if I was a girl, that's what I'd be doing right now. I'd be doing fucking laundry. Dude, that's all dude, I don't know. I understand there are some people that like their job and they want to work or whatever, but I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you seriously would rather go to work for 40 hours a week and take shit from some guy who's like wants your papers on his desk tomorrow morning, or you gonna sit your ass at fucking home all day in the nice air conditioner and like, oh, do laundry, and they act like it's fucking oppressive because like, oh, I gotta do laundry and cook chicken for dinner.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it fucking depends, but this is an interesting comment from Annie.
The Bonnie Blue thing. Okay, so Bonnie Blue,
Oh yeah, go on. My bad.
she was at a club and some girl punched her in the face and
Oh
said,
shit.
and she said, "You're setting feminism back so many years." And Bonnie Blue, I just recently learned, I think it was like in an interview with Andrew Tate. She said, and it's actually like the smartest thing she's ever said. She said, "No, I'm not setting feminism back. I am the logical conclusion of modern day feminism."
Damn, that's like a philosophical ass statement. The logical
Yeah,
conclusion.
like she's like, oh, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like she's on OnlyFans making millions of dollars, banging 1,000. Like she has her own company. She's a CEO.
Dude,
Makes her
yeah,
own.
true. One could definitely make the argument for that shit.
Yeah, you know, they call being a whore owning your sexuality is like the term for it now. So I'm like, oh yeah, Bonnie Blue she's actually spot on with that. YouTube interview with who the fuck is Melanie Martin?
Who's Aaron Carter? I don't know any of these people.
Oh, Aaron Carter. He's one of those. He was in. It was either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, or no,
Okay.
it was like someone else. One of those guys. I don't think he was actually in either of those bands. He was one of the boy band boys, though.
Huh.
Well, yeah, Aaron Carter. Have you seen how that guy looked? See what that guy looked like?
Yeah, cool. Girls want to chase perfection. It's easy to do when you have 100 guys lined up in 5 days. Well, yeah, dude. At the end of the day, women are the choosers. So
Yeah.
it is what that's just how I think that's how it's been for all of time. It's just more blatant to see when you have technology. It's easier to see.
I don't even think necessarily how it was for all the time. I think back in the day when your dating pool was just your town.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know, in the age of the internet, I think it's definitely the case though.
Because now it is really like you turn 18 and your competition is a 32-year-old that lives across the country.
Yeah, you're competing with everyone. That's true. Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you were just competing with your town. So, like, sure, the girl was always the chooser, but it was Nick Carter's brother. Okay, Nick Carter was in Backstreet Boys, and then Aaron Carter was okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Oh shit, we got a Twitch viewer. Oh wait, never mind.
It's their spam.
It's a fucking bot. God damn it, dude.
Followers on streamboo.com.
Stream boo every time, bro. I wonder who owns these fucking bots, bro. It's fucked up.
Some Indian character from
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
it says it's
GT.
from Planet Emeka. Sending the bots over.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the dating world is all fucked up, and it's everybody's fault.
Dude, I was gonna say it's everyone's fault. I think society as a whole. It's just another symptom of our society being so fucking weird these days, bro.
Yeah, that is the big trend. Everybody arguing on the red pill dating shows, like, oh, it's a guy's fault or a girl's fault. It's everyone's fault.
Andy, you're backtracking on your fucking point then.
That the young kids today aren't interested in hookup culture. They only want serious relationships. If you're talking about like the young kids, yeah, like the Zoomers and below, they're the ones that want serious, you know, because it's kind of like how there's this 19-year-old kid I talked to from like Florida who's super into Nick Fuentes and he's Catholic,
Mhm.
and you know, he's like that type. I would assume he's holding out till marriage. Actually, I don't know. He's not. I don't think he's actually that hardcore. I'm sure he wants to be that hardcore, but
Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to, like reject a lot of like modern like hookup culture shit and are being like, oh, society was better before when people were looking for serious relationships.
yeah, it's becoming rebellious to be like a Catholic virgin.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the millennials that started all this shit. Like my generation is actually the worst. We're the ones that started
Oh shit, Andy, how do you know this? That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
because Annie spends a lot of time talking to 16-year-old boys on the internet. I'm
Hey.
just kidding.
Andy, is that true? You fucking pervert? Do I need to call 911?
But yeah, no, the millennials are the ones that started all this shit.
Yeah, Andy says it's the women in their 20s and 30s that are having trouble. Yeah, I actually read an article about that. It said that a lot of women feel like it's too late, like they waited until like their early 30s, and then a lot of them make up for it by having like pets, like dogs and cats, and then that dog or cat essentially becomes like their child.
And it is too late. You hit your 30s, you start getting into geriatric pregnancy territory.
Yeah, that really is the unfortunate thing, like they do have like the biological clock. Fucking, you gotta think about that in your life. You don't want to regret it later on not having a kid if you wait too long. I watch a lot of Ice Ducks. Sure, pal, sure. I believe you.
The Vice makes a lot of sense. But yeah, no, it is. There is a biological clock. Like you're supposed to do that shit before you're. I mean, that's what I talk about. And I'm a dude. Like I'm supposed to be the guy that's like, no, I can have kids, just,
As
all
old as
I
you
want. But
Yeah.
I'm just realistic, and I'm like, dude, once you hit your 30s and you're not married, it's like, yeah, you better start thinking about that shit might not happen for you.
What do you mean, Andy? Andy, talk your shit. What do you mean?
You know what's funny is I really got to get a fucking green screen.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I don't even have a green screen. I just throw this shit on.
No, I know I have that too. I can do
Okay,
that.
gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know if I can. Let me see. Let me I think I can add it to it right now mid-stream. If I crash the stream, that's my bad.
If we crash, we crash.
Yeah, we take risks.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
I can do it too. It just looks trashy. It looks all, messy. Like
Yeah,
you can't-
mine. You can see the shit I have on my wall. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get a green screen, it'll work perfectly. Or I don't even think it
Okay.
needs to be a green screen. I think it just needs to be one color.
Yeah, like a solid background, like you're right against your wall.
It needs to be a color that you're not wearing. You know what I mean? Like a color that is totally different from everything else. So I would get a green screen because I have no green or whatever.
Green clothes, yeah.
And he says, I said what I said. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean? No, I don't, Annie. If you could please let me know in chat, I would love to know.
Annie said she's gonna show up on Wednesday and chat and and start doing some pressing.
Yeah, Annie's on it. Well, Annie's beef with the homeless. If she thinks you're homeless, she's gonna fucking press you about it.
That is true. I forgot that Annie has a direct rivalry with anybody who's homeless. The car, I was mortified when the car showed up on the video. Just considering that we had a guest, I'm like, dude, the guest was you booked this, like, you know what I mean? Like this was your idea, first of all. Oh shit, I gotta turn off this fucking background.
Cole says guys can have their first kid well into their 40s, and I feel like it's totally accepted. I don't know if I would say it's totally accepted, but it's absolutely biologically possible.
Right on 100%. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, no, guys can have kids. I mean, Hugh Hefner had kids and do his fucking whatever.
I
But
say, yeah, some dudes have kids when they're fucking 70. I do think it is, like, for the kid, it is tough. I'm sure some kids feel bad because they'll be, like, 15 and their dad's already fucking 69 or whatever.
yeah, and you can't
so-
relate to your kid at all. at that
Exactly.
point.
You look more like your kid's grandpa at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about too. Where it's like, dude, I'm like fucking 32. I have no kids.
Well, dude, you're not that fucking old yet, though. You're still in your early 30s. You're good. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, but it's not like I have anything. It'd be one thing if I had like a girlfriend of 5 years right now. You got to consider I'm not even anywhere near.
Yeah, but I mean, your time will come, bro. I mean, maybe you'll meet a chick and you guys date for a year and you decide that it'll work out and you have a kid then. Like, you never know.
From the hotel, and the sun was so damn bright through the camera, it even hurt my eyes.
Dude, Andy's going off. Let's go.
No, the problem, the best I'm gonna get at this point is if the stream pops off and I start getting groupies. Like the best I'm gonna get is like a groupie lifestyle where I'll just hook up with girls until I die.
I mean, that's not so bad either, though, but not good for kids.
No, yeah, no, I probably won't have any kids, or I'll have kids on accident that I just pay off and ignore and neglect, which is fine too, as long as I don't have to be like a dad to like a 17-year-old when I'm fucking 45. Yeah, the hotel. The hotel was the worst because it's like, dude, you got to realize like you're on like he kept cutting out and like having to leave and come back in. And
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
was
he
a lot
understands.
hard.
I don't think he knows about this stuff because he's like, oh, I don't know, it's my laptop. I'm like, no, bro, you're on a public Wi-Fi. Like you got to realize that shit's not gonna work for a stream. Like a streaming takes a lot of, power. What's up, Fizz? Nothing
What's up,
sounds like a
Fizz?
recipe for a healthy relationship to find a chick and get her pregnant in a year. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm single at 32 and I have no potential
No,
girls on the
no.
horizon.
Nah, dude, your time will come. The right girl will come, bro.
No, I'm telling you, it's I blew my chance with the right girl. And two, the best I'm gonna get is groupies. The channel has to pop off, and I'm just gonna bounce back and forth between groupies. So now
Alright,
it really,
I don't want to fucking dig into your business or nothing like that, but did you ever find out if that chick is actually with the baby daddy or not?
no, there's no way for me to find out without me crashing out for like a month.
Oh, okay, never mind. Don't do it then. I don't care. Don't worry about it.
I'd have to go dig around.
I've got a 6-month-old son, and now I'm so dude. Cole, I didn't know you had a kid.
Now a vasectomy, dude. I can never get a fucking vasectomy.
That's why after one kid, you're like, ah, fuck it, no more, bro. Gotta get rid of this shit.
Yeah, dude. At this point, it's not even like I want to live a rock star lifestyle. It's like my best chance at happiness is like becoming a rock star YouTuber and just never committing to a girl. I could get married, I guess. I can marry like a hot 23-year-old or some shit. But it's not like we're gonna have kids. Owen in that doc, Aaron Carter's chick apparently said he also fucked homeless girls.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, bro.
Aaron Carter looked like a fucking homeless girl.
That's fucking wild. I love 20-year-old and keeps kids away from my daughter. What does that mean?
I love 20-year-old man. Oh, he likes guys in their 20s getting vasectomies. Keeps the creeps kids.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so like if guys in their 20s get vasectomies, they're not gonna have kids to come hit on Fizz's daughter, I think is what he's saying.
Okay, for sure.
Which, yeah, that sounds about right. That makes sense.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Right.
I just couldn't. Don't they do that shit right in the office? Like they just snip your shit open and.
Yeah, they snip the tube or some shit, whatever allows the shit to go through.
Yeah, Cole, you got more guts than I do. That's for sure.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty wild, bro. Good for you.
I'm not letting anybody cut open any of my shit like that. Yeah, Aaron Carter. If you just Google images Aaron Carter, I 1000% believe he was fucking homeless chicks.
What the fuck, dude? He looks homeless himself. I completely agree with what you're saying, though.
Didn't he die? He died like in a bathtub, so he for sure overdosed.
Oh, he's dead, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, died like within the last couple of years. I think 2022, 3, 4, one of those.
What the fuck, Annie? No, you did not mention that. That's fucking ridiculous. What the fuck?
What's with dudes hooking up with homeless girls? I think I mentioned my neighbor does. Annie told me about this guy. Yeah, there's a guy. What is the story? He lives with his parents, but they don't actually let him sleep in the house, so he sleeps with homeless chicks on the front lawn or some shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I could never. Homeless, that's scary shit. Like, and the thing is, I've always been, not to get too detailed, I've always been very reckless with my my endeavors. Like I've never used protection. I've never asked a girl any question before, diving into anything.
Dude, it's funny that you bring that up. I was just rewatching that episode where Mark talked about the fucking doctor giving him the fucking
The finger.
The finger where you had mentioned that too. You're like, oh yeah, I've never worn a condom with a chick. Dude, I cannot believe that shit. You're fucking reckless as hell.
Well, my body count's not as high as a lot of people would expect. But aside from that, yeah,
Still though.
I've been pretty reckless. But yeah, homeless people, that's where I draw the line. Homeless chicks.
Yeah, Fizz, my GF son is 26 and got snipped at 24. I'm all for it. He's kind of a piece of shit. We don't need him reproducing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what's up.
I always wanted a kid, but this definitely wasn't the ideal situation. I froze some. Okay, I guess that's always good.
Smart, bro. Yeah, in case you want another kid later on with the right chick. Oh yeah. Fizz says the best part about dating a homeless chick is you can drop her off.
Never needs a ride home. Or the ride home is just always around the corner.
Dude, no
fucking 30 and lives at home, and he
no
fucks
fucking wonder his parents won't let the chicks inside. They're fucking homeless. They don't want to get robbed, bro.
Yeah, condoms are for sailors. Condoms are for losers. I know that. That's for sure.
We got everything everywhere. Oh, Triple E is back. What's good, bro?
Yeah, what's up, Triple E? I've gone places with my generals. I wouldn't go with a gun. Well, you know what? I wouldn't bring a gun into the library, but I'd hook up with a chick in the library. So I mean, that could be
all right.
And his parents only let him sleep on a mattress in the living room. That's why they won't give him a bedroom, since they want him out and he won't leave.
Yeah, what do parents do in that situation? Restrict, like, if you have like a 30-year-old son or daughter who you just fucking hate, but they won't leave the house.
Well, this guy's on drugs, right, Annie? Like, he's got to be on drugs.
Yeah,
He's fucking homeless chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he's not on, if he would get a job and not be on drugs, I'm sure they'd let him, like, hey, get a job, get off drugs, quit fucking homeless chicks. They'd probably let him crash in a room, I would imagine.
Yeah, if he was
like that's
a regular dude. Cole saying condoms are for sailors is hilarious because wasn't he the one saying he got burned by some chick when he worked at UC Davis?
Yeah, Cole, you told us, you got a burn from a UC Davis chick.
Yeah, Fizz, that's an option, but dude, I don't know if you can evict someone that's not on your housing agreement. If
Well,
it's
you
your
could
child.
you could trespass him.
Oh yeah, true. Like trespass restraining order. I guess that would.
Yeah, his own drugs doesn't work. Yeah, they gotta just leave him on a street corner somewhere and just say, hey, you gotta get off drugs, or force him into rehab.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the real strategy is fucking lock them in the car, fucking tie them to the seat, take them to rehab.
Yeah, but then they could, and if they run away from rehab, you just don't answer their calls. You don't talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. Annie says, but his parents are old. I think they're a little afraid of him. Yeah, I'm sure they are. He's fucking the 30-year-old tweaker, fucking homeless women on the fucking lawn. I think.
Yeah, you got to be forceful with drug addicts that don't want to get clean.
Yeah, it's trespassing. Fizz, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about in terms of legal terms.
In a restraining order, yep. And then if he breaks it, he goes to jail, which is probably a good thing because you sober up in jail.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I think a lot of people would. I don't want to say a lot of people would be happier in jail, but dude, the circumstances are arguably not that bad compared to like living on the street. I don't think, at least.
Withdrawing in jail has to be. I mean, depending on what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. It depends. Yeah.
Has to be a nightmare. I don't know what drug he's doing. I'll get burned again before he gets.
Hey, I respect it, man. Good for you.
I'm with that, Cole. Honestly, I'm with you on that sentiment. I don't understand the point of that stuff.
Nah, dude, getting burned seems. I've never been burned or nothing like that, but that seems very fucking like degrading to me. I don't think I would want to go through that.
I never have either, but yeah, I'd imagine it's not fun going into the doctor and being like, "Hey, I got this feeling. I'm not sure. Something's not right." Call the cops early and often. Yeah, for sure. Especially if the guy's on drugs. He went to prison in Russia for Andy's told me this stuff. He went to prison in Russia for overstaying his visa, which is funny. Let's talk about American immigration policy and how Russia will throw you the fucking prison if you overstay a visa.
Yeah, and wait for the American government to come bail your ass out.
Yeah, only for fucking Brittany Griner's manly ass.
If you overstay there, it's like an automatic 1 year plus sentence. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not surprised, dude. Russia seems a lot more hardcore on that kind of shit than here.
I was gonna say, honestly, surviving in a Russian prison might make him a little hard.
Oh no, I was gonna say, dude, if I spent a year in Russian prison, I would do the same thing. I won't lie. Even if it's like a stupid crime like that, I would also think I'm hella hard.
So yeah, the overstaying your visa, that is a pussy crime. But surviving a year in a Russian prison, I mean, that guy might have gotten raped by some Russian dudes. Actually, I don't know. I wonder if prison rape is a thing in Russia.
I was gonna say, I have no idea. I'm not familiar with Russian prison culture, but fuck without condom is like playing craps with your life. Dude, I agree, dude. You get unlucky one time and then you have fucking HIV and then you're gonna fucking die. Although I've heard that shit doesn't kill you anymore. I mean, fucking Magic Johnson's been alive with that shit for like 50 years. So who knows?
Only if you're rich, though, right? If you're just on like shitty California insurance.
I don't know. I saw an article saying that like it's not necessarily like a death sentence no more, but I think it's definitely less than ideal. I definitely wouldn't want that shit.
Oh shit, chlamydia. Now give me my dick back.
Chlamydia.
I could also see, you know, the shitty free California insurance, since California is so caters to delinquents. They might give you
Yeah,
a really
delinquency.
good HIV treatment plan.
Yeah, fucking who knows? Hopefully, no one in this chat ever has to find out. That shit sounds terrible. Shit, HIV, I've crapped up. My dick is broken.
Somebody in this chat should get HIV just to come back on the channel and tell us what it's like, actually. He's claimed that he killed people in prison. That's not true. If you
That's
killed
no
somebody
way
in a
that's true.
Russian prison, bro, you're
Yeah,
not
dude, I was gonna say, dude, if you're killing people in Russian prison, they're gonna kill you next. Ain't no
Yeah.
way you're getting back here alive.
especially as an American.
Exactly. I was gonna say, you're a foreigner in Russian prison and you kill a Russian citizen, dude. No way they're ever letting you out. You're getting the death penalty for sure.
If he's addicted to Xanax, like if that's his full-blown addiction, Xanax withdrawal can kill you. So he would need to go to rehab to get clean.
Xanax withdrawal kills you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how?
I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if it's seizures.
Oh, that makes sense. Never mind.
It might not be seizures though. I know alcoholism. There's seizures involved.
Yeah, I know about that one.
But with Xanax withdrawal, yeah, you can die. You can die from that withdrawals. HIV meds is what Martin Skrell raised 1,500% and became rich off of. Don't get me started on the. Oh, what is your HIV conspiracy?
Oh, if he's talking about the Magic Johnson one, I think I know what he's talking about. But I'll
I
see
mean,
what he
the
says.
Magic Johnson conspiracy is that he just doesn't have HIV, which
Yeah,
I see.
I actually believe it. I think they just needed a spokesperson, gave him hella money. Dude, did you know when Magic Johnson retired from AIDS, the Lakers gave him part ownership of the franchise?
When he retired from AIDS?
Yeah, like when he got AIDS and retired from the NBA, the Lakers gave him part ownership of the fucking franchise. I didn't know that until recently. I'm like, dude, the theory that he doesn't actually have AIDS and he just got paid out to retire to be the spokesperson for that shit, I kind of believe it, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, alcohol withdrawal kills you.
Here's facts. Yeah, I see
like-
videos of people online with that shit.
It's the two rare ones. Alcohol withdrawal and Xanax withdrawal can both kill you. No other withdrawals will kill you. Meth withdrawals, I gotta be honest, I think you guys are pussies. If I don't know if anyone chat's been addicted to meth, but if you withdraw from meth and you're crying about it, you're a fucking pussy, and I would whoop your ass.
Why are they a pussy? What do you mean?
I've had one of my old dealers has described it to me as you know, because everyone, oh, I'm addicted to meth. Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
One of my dealers told me, bro, you take a nap for like 48 hours, you wake up, you eat a sandwich, you take another 48-hour nap, and then you wake up and you're fine.
So it's just like Monday through Friday, eat a sandwich in the middle, and you're straight at the end.
They say you're basically just completely exhausted and depressed. You're completely
That makes
lethargic,
sense.
apathetic. And I'm like, okay, that's like the fun part. That's the fun part of heroin withdrawal. So what else? And she's like, that's really it. And I'm like, dude,
It doesn't sound that bad. You're just fucking hella out of it instead of being turned up on meth.
you just stay in bed for a week.
Yeah.
That's literally what it's like. I'm sure you are very depressed and you have no energy. Your brain's making no, you know, you light your shit up like a Christmas tree with dopamine, and then one day you stop. But heroin does the same thing. Like I said, that is the weak part of the heroin withdrawal, is the depression and the apathy and the staying in bed. So yeah, no, when I heard that, I was like, oh, fuck all these fucking meth addicts acting like, oh, I can't quit because fucking I'm addicted. Fuck you. Fucking
Do you think meth heads are the pussies of the drug world?
yeah, for sure.
That's
Absolute
fucking
fucking
funny.
retards.
Apparently, kratom withdrawal is wicked.
No, you're
it's
telling me,
interesting.
Yeah, you are telling me, brother.
Fizz, that sounds like a horrible 12 hours or whatever, how long it was. That shit would also piss me off if you're having like the worst fucking weekend of your life and all they're talking about is you're having symptoms of alcohol withdrawal.
Yeah, alcohol withdrawal it's seizures and dehydration like fucking crazy, I think too.
That sounds fucking terrible. Dude, I don't even like dealing with alcohol hangovers. The idea of withdrawing off that shit, I don't want to think about that.
Kratom withdrawal, the thing about kratom withdrawal is kratom withdrawal gives you crazy dreams, and it's typically like opiate dreams. So like you'll just start having crazy heroin dreams when you're withdrawing from kratom too. Which is like the worst. You just like have dreams where like you're trying to get high, but stuff is always happening. And then you wake up right before you're about to get high in the dream. Weird shit like that.
That is fucking weird.
2 a.m. on Saturday to 3 p.m. on Sunday. Dude, they
That
gotta
sounds
have
awful.
better. Like I know that's like the fucking hospital, but like when you're dealing with shit like that, it's like I don't know. Like they should almost make like certain withdrawal hospitals because it just sucks so bad being in a general hospital.
Yeah, that would be S. Also, I just came back from life the other week. Yeah, dude, of course.
You said you only saw like one fat person there.
Annie, tell us more about London. I'm curious to hear about it. But dude, I completely believe it. They walk fucking everywhere in London, and a lot of people say that the food has so many preservatives in American food that our bodies don't break it down well enough. That's what keeps us fucking fat.
The pills. Are you saying the kratom caps?
It's like the falling dream.
Due to liver damage. Yeah, no, my liver has to be pretty much non-existent at this point.
Nah, you're probably good. Your liver regenerates.
Yeah, I only saw one fatty in London. Yeah, I believe it.
Fizz, not going to the doctor in 15 years is fucking insanity.
I haven't been to the doctor in like, I don't know, probably since like COVID time.
Yeah,
I don't even know what doctor I'd go to now, actually. I don't even know who my doctor is.
Yeah, usually it's through your job. If you don't have a job, they put you on like Covered California or some shit, and you go to like the Medi-Cal doctor.
Yeah, that's where I would go.
Basically trying to full day berry test about me. Everyone walks everywhere and the food's so fresh. Yeah, Andy, that's why everyone's so fucking fat here, because you spend all your day after work stuck in traffic, and then you're so pissed off and tired that you just go get McDonald's.
Just ran a full day of battery test about me to give him a baseline and the follow-ups. I don't know. I always thought London sounded cool.
Yeah, London looks cool to me. I mean, I know they have their problems and all that shit, but I mean, well, you know, where doesn't it have their problem? It seems like a cool city. Lots of historical shit.
There's a fat dude on Instagram. Annie, I know you've seen him because...
Oh, is it fucking Big John, the guy that goes, Bosh? That guy?
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fat British guy. I see him on my feed all the time. I wonder if it's the fat guy that Andy saw.
There's a guy that I know Annie has seen because we've sent him back and forth a couple times. I've just recently started commenting hate comments on his stuff.
why are you beefing with this guy?
I'm gonna try to find his page and pull him up, and I'll show you. Like I commented recently and said, when this guy finally kicks the bucket, I'll feel nothing at all.
Jesus Christ!
I wanna just see how much I can get away with on Instagram and just be like, I hope he fucking die. This guy just pisses me off. It's weird. It's definitely, he posts like rage bait / fetish content.
What the fuck?
It's for sure rage bait and it's for sure fetish because he sits there and moans. You know, they moan when they're eating.
Oh no! Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But Annie, how would you compare London to LA?
She probably likes London better because there's less homeless people and less fat people. I would assume so, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get this guy's shit pulled up.
Pull this shit up.
Hold on, I'm gonna just go to his fucking page so I don't have my messages displayed. And it's the guy that eats all the cup of noodles. All right, so I cannot control the volume on Instagram when I'm on here, so volume discretion is up to you guys. And also notice what he calls cereal.
I've not seen
Mood, you guys. Today we're gonna eat cereal. I'm excited for this one. Mood, this is one of my favorite cereals. Let's start.
What
I love
the
the cereal.
fuck?
It's nice and soft. I love it. It's fucking, oh my god, it smells so chocolate.
Here is my comment saying I'm actually upset that I'm the same species as this
I was just
thing.
gonna say, I was looking for your comment. I just found it.
And then we have the milk. We have to pour it in like. Oh, look at that.
Dude,
Best combination
it's
ever.
fucking chocolate milk too. Jesus Christ.
Listen to this shit.
Your tax dollars.
Like if I ever ran into this guy in public, I would fuck this guy up.
He bought that shit with EBT too. It's
Like-
fucked up.
Yeah, like on site with no words. Like it's rage bait for one.
Ooh.
He does the stuff where he gets like he'll say like, oh, just a little snack before breakfast, and then he pulls out like it's like a whole table full of food, and he sits there and moans, and it's like, dude, you're making fetish content. That's for sure fetish. Like you
Yeah.
have some weird addiction to eating food. I'm sure you have like some weird sexual satisfaction. Probably never got his dick sucked, so his only sexual satisfaction is eating food.
Yeah, eating fucking food. And he says that the guy was skinny until 3 or 4 years ago. He got a job and money and wanted to become fat.
Wait, where'd she say that?
It's not popping up on your
Oh no, it's
restricted?
right
There
here.
you go, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a post of his recently where it was like a post from just a couple of years ago.
Fizz says I'd kick him in the knee. The ASMR makes me like, yeah, the ASMR food eating shit's fucking disgusting to me. I do not like that shit.
Yeah, I don't like any content of people like eating food. Like that's
Yeah, I don't enjoy watching other people eat. I used to, back when I was a kid, I used to like watching like the food eating challenges. I think those are not the worst thing in the world because it's like a challenge. But just like watching some fat dude eat a bowl full of donuts and chocolate milk is not a good watch.
No, and he does it with other stuff too. Like he did there was one where he did M&Ms and called it cereal, like M&Ms in a bowl of chocolate milk, and it's like, dude, fucking kill yourself. Like this is fucking
Like
foul.
clearly he's trying to. I think if you're doing that shit, you probably want to die. I think it's
No choice but just this fat ass. I'm gonna try and die. Yeah, no, I can't. It's definitely rage bait. Like I said, and I'm
Yeah,
contributing to
exactly.
it, commenting hate comments on his shit now just for fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's rage bait, and it's definitely weird fetish content. Like I'm sure other fat people love watching that shit.
Yeah, it makes them feel better about themselves. Cool. I think that would be pretty funny. Me and my friends do a food challenge every year. We try and see who can eat a McDonald's Happy Meal the fastest. I guess that's kind of similar, but not really at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude, I eat like shit sometimes, but it's like one, I jog.
Man versus food is awesome. That's facts.
Two, I'm just like aware of my situation. Like if I started looking like that guy, I'd be like, okay, hey, let's stop eating like shit, you know?
Yeah, because if you start looking like that guy, you're gonna die. Shout out the 100 streams or 100 messages in chat today. Thanks, guys. But
Dude, I never get that message. I don't know why you get that shit.
I get that shit. I'm the main host now. Let's go. This
That's
Washington
hilarious.
TV. But yeah, no, dude. If I started to look like that motherfucker on that video, I would immediately stop. Dude, that guy's gonna die in like 10 years if he keeps that up. You can't live like that.
I hope he fucking dies in 10 days.
Well, he won't be so fucking weird and giggly about it when he's getting his fucking foot cut off at the doctor because he has diabetes. Like that, then it's not funny no more. Then it's like, oh, go add money to my GoFundMe and all that shit. That's when that starts happening.
Fizz, I think I saw that one that you were talking about. Yeah, it was like the 3 black chicks in a car and they were ordering food or something.
Fucking KFC. Dude, I haven't had KFC in fucking years. I feel like they're like almost extinct at this point.
I haven't either, but I remember always liking KFC better than Popeyes, I think.
Really? I like Popeyes better. I like Popeyes better than Chick-fil-A too. Their chicken sandwich is way better to me.
See, I haven't had Popeyes in years, and I remember not disliking it, but just not being as hyped on it as being Taco Bell. Fizz said, oh well, no, he said KFC or something. That could just be Fizz being racist because he said 3 black girls, and then guessed he said KFC or something.
Oh, now he says Taco Bell or KFC.
Okay, yeah, definitely Taco Bell. Yeah, it
Jesus
was
Christ,
Taco
bro.
Bell, and they were like talking about. I don't remember what the fuck they were talking about. They were just being fat people. But yeah, I hate
Jesus Christ,
that
bro.
content. Like people just eating on camera. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what the world is now. People are eating on camera and getting paid for it.
The stacker tacos, dude, that's fucking wild, bro. 23? Fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know how people fucking get to that point.
I
The
remember.
thing is, I'll eat like shit, but I have a small stomach. I think is what it is. I was always the guy that got full. Like when I'd go to dinner with my friend's family, I never finished my meal. It became like an inside joke. They'd make fun of me and be like, "Oh, is he gonna finish his meal tonight? Let's see." So, so even when I do eat like shit,
Yeah.
I'm probably eating the amount of shit that like half a normal person would eat.
Dude, Cole is spitting facts in the chat. I agree. El Pollo Loco fucks. I love that place. Fucking hella good.
I don't think I've ever fucking had El Pollo Loco
El
actually.
Pollo Loco is hella good, especially for like a fast food like chain restaurant. Dude, it's pretty good. They grill all their chicken in house. Like it tastes pretty good. Like it's pretty fresh for like a fast food spot.
I might have to try out El Pollo Loco.
Dude, it's cheap too. They have a lot of good deals. Yeah, I agree. That place fucks, especially if you like don't want to eat fast food. You want to eat something like a little better, but you don't want to pay for Chipotle. I would get El Pollo Loco.
I always like Chipotle though.
Chipotle is good. I agree. It gave me fucking food poisoning one time though, so I didn't fuck with that. Fizz up.
Chipotle?
Yeah, Chipotle, dude, bad, super bad, dude. I ate it and I immediately felt like shit. I had to fucking I was out with dad. We went to a grocery outlet after Chipotle, and I was like, Dad, we gotta fucking go home right now. I'm gonna shit my pants. It was bad. I barely made it.
I don't think I've ever had food poisoning. Unless I have and I just didn't know that it was food poisoning because that I could
You've
do.
never gotten like diarrhea from eating some shit?
I'm trying to think about if I have. I guess you also got to consider my history with shitting in my 20s
Yeah.
specifically.
Fizz, Church's Chicken is cool, but it's always out in the fucking hood. I don't enjoy going to Church's Chicken.
What the fuck is Church's Chicken?
There's a Church's Chicken out in like the ghetto in Sac. It's only in like hella ghetto areas, like South Sac.
Okay, Fizz, you're always just saying shit too, though. You're also the guy that tried to say
Bro.
Sydney Sweeney was mid.
Yeah, for real. Fizz, El Pollo Loco is not bad, and Chipotle is good too. Yeah, cool. Freebirds was cool. I like that spot.
Oh yeah, Freebirds. I remember when that shit opened up in Vacaville, Fizz. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
there.
fuck it. Didn't your friend work there for a little bit?
Which friend?
Their name starts with an L. I could be making this up.
The same friend that I always talk about?
Yeah, the one you posted a picture of at the fucking fair that one time.
Oh yeah, fuck. Did he?
I could have sworn you had a friend that worked at Freebirds.
I know I do. Now that we're mentioning it, they like got a job there the day it opened.
Exactly. Yeah, it had like just opened.
I feel like it wasn't him. It might have been his girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know, but I remember that. I remember was thinking Freebirds is not bad. I've been to. There's the original Freebirds in a place called Santa Barbara, and it's like way better than the Freebirds chain. It's fucking hella good. But anyways, yeah, Andy knows, dude. Churches is always in the cuts, man. That shit's fucked up.
Dude, there used to be a fucking strip club called Deja Vu in Rancho Cordova, and that's how you know the economy's tanking is when strip clubs are going bankrupt.
Hey, Cole, that's what you get for eating the Domino's wings. I don't feel bad for you. That's fucked up.
Oh, I love Domino's though. Domino's pizza's
No,
the best.
Domino's pizza fucks, but their wings, nah, you can't be doing that.
That makes sense. I
That's
always hate when the
diabolical.
pizza places start getting into fucking wings and salads. Like, bro, just sell pizza.
Dude, especially like people that get the wings, because I love Little Caesars pizza, but the people that get the wings from Little Caesars, I'm like, bro, you must not give a fuck about nothing, bro. If you're getting wings from Little Caesars, bro.
It's actually 30% down. Fizz, yeah, and you sound like you're fucking 90% down saying shit like that. Sydney Sweeney's not attractive to me. Get the fuck out of here. Talking
Yeah.
about Vacaville and Sydney
Hey.
Sweeney's mid.
Fizz is the same fool that was trying to vote me off the island for saying that Jeannie Buss is fine for an older lady, bro. And now he's saying that Sydney Sweeney is not attractive. Come on, man. You're tripping, bro.
Hold on, Fizz. I do have a funny one though. I am up. Everybody keep talking what you're talking about, but I do have to bring up the last topic real quick, just because Fizz will think it's funny.
I forgot about this shit.
So there's a horror movie called Together. I'm not gonna see it. I don't really give a fuck. But it was released by a film company called Neon, who did release a movie that I really like at one time. Here, let me just fucking screen share the article so we at least look legit. So Neon Films released this movie called Together, and they released it in China. They sold it to a Chinese distribution company to show in China. And there's a scene in the movie where there's a gay wedding. There's two men that get married, and China, the company, used AI to turn one of the gay men into a woman because China's not down with that gay shit. And so I think we have some virtue signaling going on. I think it's a case of studio sells movie to China to make a shit ton of money and then turns around and tries to virtue signal to look like the good guy. Because I guess what happened is, first of all, this article is hilarious. John Squires, the guy that wrote this for Bloody Disgusting, what an absolute fucking retard. Opened the article with a quote from Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, God.
What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this, Jimmy Kimmel said in his opening monologue that kicked off this week's return of
Jeez,
Jimmy
dude.
Kimmel Live after the show was pulled off the air last week. It's a slippery slope. Kimmel hammered home when the government starts censoring material it doesn't approve of. And then this John Squire says, outside the United States, well, things are sometimes far worse. Over in China, for example, the theatrical release of Neon's body horror movie Together is making headlines this week for a particularly vile use of AI that effectively erased a gay wedding scene from the film. AI was used, Dread Central reports, to turn the face of a male actor into the face of a woman. The article from Dread Central says, the edit does more than alter a brief moment of representation. The wedding scene plays a pivotal role in the film's character development, the unfolding of its horror, and the overall narrative. By reshaping the sequence into a heterosexual marriage, this new cut fundamentally alters the film's context and undermines the creative choices of its filmmakers. It was apparently Chinese distributor Hisha that made the digital alterations in the movie, and the disturbing misuse of technology has prompted a response from U.S. distributor Neon. So the company Neon that distribute the movie to China says Neon does not approve of Hisho's unauthorized edit of the film and has demanded they cease distributing this altered version. So I just think, first of all, I don't think you can do that. Like, I would imagine if the company in China buys the movie to show, they have to disclose any edits they're going to make to it. I don't think you can just buy a movie to distribute and then just start making your own changes to it like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm wrong, and if this company from China really did just buy the movie and didn't tell them about it, two, it's like, bro, have you been paying attention to China for the last, like, they do this to fucking Disney movies. You think your movie's going to be any different? Why would you have any reason to believe that China's going to show your gay movie and not change anything?
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's happened before in like the Disney shit too. So why do you think you, as a less popular film studio, like, dude, if they change shit for Disney, you think they're not gonna change shit for you too?
Yeah. So what I think happened is, I think Neon sold the movie to China, knowing full well what was going to happen. They made a shit ton of money off of it.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and played, oh, we had no idea they were going to do this. We're the good guys of the situation.
I agree. Hey, if they really care that much, hey, give the money back. Give the money back, take the rest back.
Yeah, if you're really
Straight
so
up.
disgusted by this company, do a straight change. It sounds like they pulled the movie down. They're not showing the movie anymore, so give them their money back, because you don't want to work with those dirtbags anyways.
Exactly. Give them the money back, and then don't distribute your movies to them no more. Like, simple fix. I mean, I don't know. I think, like, I don't worry about stuff like that, because, like, if that's how they want to distribute the movie to that country, like, I don't know why people get so uppity about that kind of thing. It's not like it's happening here.
It's just funny how people here really are, like, so inside of the bubble that they don't realize that, bro, no one else in the world fucks with all the stuff that America fucks with. Like,
Yeah, at least a lot of it. Yeah, it's like, dude, well, it's just virtue signaling. It's like, oh, well, you don't want to be like us. Well, you're the bad guy then. It's like, well, no, dude. Then, like, there's no good or bad. They're just different. Like, who gives
one
a
thing that's
fuck?
funny is, in that article, by Bloody Disgusting, that guy John Squires that wrote it, there is a part in the article where he says, no, I think it's Deadline. This guy's quoting other articles, but
Mhm.
like, he says, according to Deadline's report, the digitally altered cut of Together was released into theaters in China earlier this month, but has reportedly already now been pulled from release. Deadline notes, China is known for its fierce editing of US picks to meet the political and cultural sensibility of the nation's moviegoers. That said, a UCLA study found that respondents in mainland China agree with viewpoints that are favorable toward LGBTQ people there. So what this
What do you
person's
mean?
saying is that,
Yeah.
fuck what you think you know about China. UCLA actually says that China is down with the gay people.
Oh, like the average person, is down with that shit there? Is that what they're
Yeah.
saying? Oh, okay, interesting.
And UCLA, I would assume they're a typical, like, 2025 American college. I'm sure they're kind of reporting what they want to report. I would imagine people in China, like just your average moviegoer, I'm sure they're not, like, horrified to see a gay wedding scene, but at the same time, I don't think they have a large gay population in China. Like, I don't think many of them themselves are gay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine too many people would give a fuck to where it'd be like public outrage. I have no idea though. Triple E, absolutely. You know what's up.
Churches are greasy good. You have to get a gunshot. Yes.
No, I'm telling you, look up a picture of Church's Chicken. I bet you the first one that pops up will be a spot that's in the hood.
I
Fucking
believe it
crazy.
just because it's called Church's Chicken.
Oh, exactly.
It's fine and go and take my bullshit opinions elsewhere. Use this entire internet out there waiting to abuse me.
We got
I've not
Kid
seen
Nemo.
one battle after another. You say it's the wokest movie of the millennium. Let me see. Within the first 15 minutes, Leo and the main chick and their gang of freedom fighters raid an ICE facility. The main chick does some weird sexual torture with the base captain, free the detainees. Cool, well, I'll get back to yours. And then starts to pleasure herself on camera while Leo. Oh man, that bums me out that Leonardo DiCaprio is doing this, especially after doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, wait, this is a big movie. I've never even heard of it. That's fucking hilarious.
I have a buddy that claims he worked on the set as like an extra, and he tries to say it was like the one of the greatest movies of all time. And
Who?
my buddy's also Jewish. I guess just to point out that funny fact about that. Leo describes how the IEDs are building to blow up government things. It's literally a primer for Antifa. They do, but it's hidden. Oh, now he's talking about China. The biggest part of gay culture in China are the Hamas.
What's AMAS?
Jimmy Kimmel reminds me of an ingrown pubic hair. Well, Jimmy Kimmel is just a fucking like
bitch.
I hate to say coward. That's like a cheesy word, but Jimmy Kimmel is just doing whatever he thinks he needs to do to be popular. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't give a fuck about free speech or.
Yeah, he does whatever he does to try and stay relevant and keep his money coming in.
Jimmy Kimmel will get on his knees for anything that will help people forget about all the time he spent in blackface, basically.
No, facts. When are you gonna start claiming credit for being the OG Jimmy Kimmel hater?
I am. It's funny. I've
Gotcha.
hated Jimmy Kimmel long since before he became a martyr for freedom of speech or whatever the fuck. It's funny now.
Free speech.
Other publications are now quoting him at the beginning of their articles.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. That's fucking wild. The dude's show gets pulled off there for what, 2 fucking days, and now he's some legendary free speech figure or some shit. Come on, bro. Your
Yeah.
show is just not popular.
Yeah, no, your show sucks. The thing is, like I said, if his show was good, it would have never got pulled off the air. You look at Howard Stern
Exactly.
back in his prime. Dude, radio stations spent millions of dollars paying FCC fines and went through fucking hell getting investigated and investigated and investigated by the FCC because of Howard Stern. But because Howard Stern was so popular and so undeniable, it was worth it for them to pay all those fines and deal with all those investigations. Jimmy
Exactly.
Kimmel, it's not worth it. He's quite literally losing the station money, so it's not worth it for them to stand up for him. So as soon as anybody says, "Hey, this guy sucks," they go pull him off the air. We don't need him on there.
No, I agree. If he were really that popular and, like you said, undeniable, that would have never even happened, regardless of what joke he made or, whatever.
And now his ratings are already back down to normal. He got a hype for like 2 days, and now his ratings they've dropped 70%. When he came back on Tuesday,
Dude.
when it came back on Tuesday, he got a huge boost, and now it's down 70% from Tuesday. And everybody knew that. People are just lying. Everybody is on Twitter trying to be like, Jimmy Kimmel's the new guy. He's back. Jimmy Kimmel's back. And it's like, bro, he got popular for 2 days because of the president. So like, it's funny. Donald Trump should be saying, "Hey, Jimmy, you're welcome for this boost in ratings." Donald Trump did fuck up, I will say. I don't like what he did. When Jimmy Kimmel got back on air, Donald Trump tweeted some shit about like how he's going to sue ABC for Jimmy Kimmel getting back on air.
Dude, that was I saw that too. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was like, dude, don't do that, because you've got people arguing that the government had nothing to do with you being pulled off the air, but now the president is threatening to sue them for putting him back on the air. Like, you should have just not said shit. But Donald Trump's going to do what he does. He's also fucking retarded.
Facts, yeah.
They're all retarded.
So
But
I think that fool was turning senile, man. He's too old. He's lost all his promo game.
His aura is gone. If you watch his 2016 debates with Hillary, all of his aura is gone.
Dude, he's too fucking old. Same with all the other fucking motherfuckers they're trying to have run for president. All fucking senior citizens.
Yeah.
2 of the largest affiliates preemptive. I don't know what that means. You know what he means?
Yeah, when Sinclair and Next Star were when they still kicked off Jimmy Kimmel.
I
think that's what he's talking about.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Fizz, that does sound like you mentioned that movie One Battle After Another. It's funny how Hollywood is just completely unable, like they cannot help themselves with the politics nowadays. They just have to make movies about, like you said, freedom fighters going in an ICE raid. I could totally see that.
Dude, what do you think about the 100% tariffs on foreign films?
I just think that sounds stupid.
Now, I do think it has to do with the fact that American movies are so shit nowadays, and hella international films get way more clout here. Do
Um,
you think it's them trying to fight back against that?
I have no idea. I just don't know how they're gonna like enforce that. I do see people on Twitter freaking out. They're like, it's not even possible to make a movie completely in America these days. Yes, it is. It
Yeah, it
obviously.
is. Yeah, the people just don't want to pay for it because that's why they make all these weird fucking movies because they think it's an easy cash out.
Yeah. I do know in California, nobody shoots in California anymore. I don't which just goes to show you how shitty California is. California, literally the home of Hollywood, but the taxes
Yeah.
are so ridiculous to film a movie in Hollywood that nobody does it anymore. Even by the time Rob Zombie made Halloween 2.
Mhm.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 in 2007 was made in LA. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in 2009 was made in Atlanta, Georgia because of tax
Damn,
reasons.
that's wild.
I don't understand all of that tax stuff. Like, bro, I could get a camera and go out front and make a movie right now. So, I don't understand how Hollywood works with shooting and tax write-offs. And I know in
I think it's probably paying for the average staff. Like, movie production takes a lot of staff. I think it's just having to pay all of them. In California, you're going to be paying them probably $10 more an hour than you would in Georgia.
I know if you are in other countries, not if you're like a Hollywood studio and you go shoot a film in another country, but if you do a full-on production in, I know Canada does it,
Yeah.
and I think England does it. They like want to compete with Hollywood's output. They give you money to make movies in certain countries. Like you can go sign up for creative artist funds and they'll pay you to make movies. I
Yeah.
know Canada does it with music too. Back when Lights was a small and upcoming singer, Canada will give you money to record an album if you're going to sign a deal, and
That's
because they
cool.
want to compete with America when it comes to media.
Yeah, dude, you think America would do the same shit for its own citizens to try and get some of that? They call it soft power. When when you're cultural, you're very impactful. I feel like America has no soft power nowadays. What's up, Demore?
Protomax, what do you think about Flat Earth?
The more I do not believe in flat Earth. I think it's an interesting theory, and if it were true and there really is an ice wall with other countries and lands outside of it, I think it'd be sick, but I don't think it's true.
Yeah, Fizz, I knew Georgia, like I was just talking about with the Rob Zombie Halloweens. By the time it was 2009, they made Halloween 2 in Georgia. Yeah, I don't you'd think I think Hollywood takes its reputation for granted. That's why they hike up all their taxes because they're like, bro, no one's gonna outdo us. Like we can afford to have high taxes, and
Yeah, well, maybe they'll change. I think the 100% tariffs on foreign films is absolutely an attempt for American films to be more popular in the public eye and try and get some of that soft power back because I know on Netflix, the top movie for fucking forever is this. Although I think it's an American-made movie, so never mind. Maybe my theory's wrong, but a lot more international movies are. I think their popularity is like diminishing America's soft power in its own country. I think that's like the whole goal of putting all these tariffs on foreign-made films. I could be wrong though.
I have the actual tweet. Donald Trump said, "Our movie making business has been stolen from the United States of
Okay, there you
America by
go.
other countries."
Yeah.
Just like stealing candy from a baby. California, with its weak and incompetent governor, has been particularly hit hard. Therefore, in order to solve this long-time, never-ending problem, I will be imposing a 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside of the United States. Okay, he doesn't really actually explain why.
I'm telling you, dude, it's because it's all for soft power, dude. American shit is just not that popular overseas like it used to be back in the day. I think that's the whole goal to make people make American movies more popular starting in America again. That's my theory.
I think, no ice wall, another land on my flat earth. Okay, so the more is saying flat earth, but there is no ice wall.
Fizz is also calling me a globetard.
That is a great term.
That's a good one. I've never heard that one. I like
I don't think
that.
I've ever heard that term before.
Yeah.
The biggest thing standing against America moving forward is two sides of the same coin, liberal. It is white chicks. It is for sure white girls. White girls are a huge fucking problem in.
Are a huge problem.
It is. It's always white girls. When you go on TikTok and Instagram,
yeah.
it's these white girls that are out here saying, I don't know. They're always the one coming up with this dumb political shit.
Yeah, white women do love politics. That's for damn sure.
But they're all like sympathy driven. Well, they say empathy, but they're crybabies. So they're all like, oh, well, think about the poor starving children in this country, bro. Think about the poor starving children in your front yard.
Yeah, I have to agree. A lot of people always talk about that. It's like, dude, take care of the starving dude down the street before you worry about a whole other country.
Yeah, they've done a really good job at trying to make you feel bad for dying kids in Ukraine. And it's like, yeah, of course you should feel bad for, that sucks. But
Yeah, dude,
what
I've always thought that it's very interesting how, like, especially like you were saying, like white liberal people, have like no empathy for the starving people in their own country. They're like, oh well, they always like talk shit about like rednecks and shit like that, like poor people in the South. They have like no empathy for them. But as soon as it's someone in a country they've never even been to or heard of, it's like, oh, what about them? I'm like, dude, what about the dude that lives 20 minutes living on the corner on your street? Like, you don't give a fuck about them.
And then their idea of empathy when it does come to like homeless people in America is, oh, let him stay on the street and sleep in front of that store and do fentanyl.
Oh yeah,
Instead of
because that's
instead
so
of real
helpful.
real empathy for like homeless drug addicts is go force their fucking ass into jail, get them clean, then force them into rehab for a year. Like they
Exactly.
literally don't know what's good for themselves. Like that is true empathy for like homeless people and drug addicts is to force them into these situations.
No, I think it's all propaganda. Personally, I think like the white liberals have been very brainwashed into thinking like, oh, actually caring for homeless people is letting them stay on the street. Dude, no, letting anyone live on the street is fucking cruel and unusual punishment, man. Like that's not better for them than having them like being forced into a program. Like that's not better.
Yeah, it is. White girls are completely susceptible to propaganda for some reason. Like white
Well,
chicks, white
because
college
they
girls.
they don't they don't wanna be looked at as, like, a bad person. That's what I've gauged from my time in, like, college and all that. A lot of these
Yeah.
people who get these warped perceptions about, like, what's helping people and what's not helping people, they don't wanna look like a bad person, which I understand. No one wants to look like a bad person, but you need to be able to see things for what they really are and realize that letting homeless people rot out on the street, it isn't good for anyone, bro. Like, they need help. They don't let them live on the street.
Nowadays, all cops do is write speeding tickets. It seems like.
No, you call the cops on the
I
local
know you're
homeless.
joking when you say no, call the cops on local homeless, but like unless
And he
you're
says,
gonna
"Yeah, send the homeless to jail."
Andy's beef with the homeless will never die.
I think ideally you just send them to, ideally we have like programs set up to where you can fucking send them and force them to get clean. I don't know if they necessarily need to be sent
Yeah,
to
well, you
jail.
figure out what they need. Like it's a case by case
Exactly.
basis. If some guy's addicted to drugs, yeah, you send him to fucking rehab, and I mean rehab for like 2 years. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
the only trick to getting clean is like getting more distance between your last use date and your first, or not your first clean date, but your last use date and you being clean. Like people will get
Absolutely. Yeah.
clean. People will go to rehab for 4 weeks, and then they'll be like, "Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna leave," and then they leave
Nah.
and they relapse because you don't have that much time between your last use. You like when Steve from Jackass went to rehab, he's like, "Dude, I went for a year
Mm,
because I couldn't figure it out any sooner than that." So yeah, a lot of homeless people that when they're hooked on
sure.
drugs, it's like, bro, you
Yeah.
got to put them in fucking rehab for like 2 years. Like you got to realize like they've been out on the street for fucking years. Or if
Yeah.
they're not on drugs, when you have homeless people that aren't on drugs, you just figure out what the fuck they need. Like, maybe this guy actually just needs a job. Maybe this guy actually just needs
Dude,
a.
exactly. Or if they're, mentally incapable of like, fitting in society, then, you got to find out a solution for that too. Like it's all very easy fixes, but they don't fix it on purpose
Yeah.
because they want people to be fucking miserable.
What the fuck? I actually hit a button.
Start busting homeless to Marin County. Hey, Fizz, that's facts, bro. As soon as the homeless people start getting into the nice areas, that's when the laws will start to change. I
That's
completely
true.
agree with you. It's facts, dude.
Ship him over to Gavin Newsom's neighborhood.
They're exactly, dude. That's when you start getting change. Once the rich people are pissed off by it, they'll find solutions. They'll find solutions.
It's like Selena Gomez crying, right? Crying about the illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, pick up some illegal immigrants, ship them over to her house, and then she'll start actually doing something.
Yeah, she could sponsor fucking immigrants to get their legal visas and all that shit. But dude, she exactly that's another good example. She doesn't actually give a fuck. She's just virtue signaling because she doesn't want to look like a bad person. Some rich person starts complaining, sorry, they've been assigned to this area.
Yeah, this is where they live now. You guys want to pass these policies or whatever, bribe politicians to make it, get your laws passed and shit. Yeah, it's that they're never gonna fix shit. They want the place in chaos because when the kids,
Dude, exactly. I couldn't agree more. I don't know if you ever heard of like the prison planet theory or whatever, but it's just the idea that like the powers that be just try and keep us as miserable as possible because then miserable people are the easiest to control.
Yeah, miserable people will give up more. It's like after 9/11 happened, they were able to pass the
Yup.
whatever, the
All
Homeland
that shit.
Security, all that, and
Yup.
we like wanted it. The people wanted it. They were like, "Oh yeah, if there's terrorists out there for sure, please, George Bush, spy on our phone calls."
Yeah, spy on our phone calls, fucking all that shit. Be treated like a criminal every time you want to board a fucking airplane. Have I ever told you about the shit I've been through at TSA, bro?
No.
Dude, they try and pull everything on me. I had a deck of fucking Pokemon cards for when I played the fucking game. They pulled me across, fucking patted me down, checked everything in my bag. I said, "Look inside that box." They're like, "Oh, what's inside of it?" I was like, "Dude, it's fucking Pokemon cards with a few dice in there." They were like, "Well, what's up with the dice?" I'm like, "It's for the fucking game, bro." I'm like, "How can you treat an average person look like I'm just a regular dude?" I was like, "Why are you treating me like this, bro? It's fucking ridiculous."
Yeah.
All because some shit happened fucking 20 years ago and all that shit. Now you gotta treat just some random dude trying to get on a plane like he's got bombs in his bag. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
I've only been on one flight, or well, the flight there and the flight back, and I didn't really have anything happen. I was able to sneak on my bag on the plane on the way there, but then on the way back they caught me with my bag. It weighed like it was
It's
2
too
pounds
big,
over the weight or
yeah.
whatever. Even though there was
Oh, dude, I fucking hate that shit, dude. They get you for like $100 with that shit too. It's fucked
oh
up.
yeah, I went Spirit, and that's how they make their money. I paid
Yup,
$100
dude,
to yeah.
exactly, dude. I remember I was boarding a flight from Southern California back to Northern California. My bag was too big, dude. I was literally begging the lady, like, "Please, like, I have no money. Like, if you charge me for $100, I have like $20 left in my bank account. Like, please don't charge me." And she was like, "Sir, like, I don't care." I was like, "Damn, like these motherfuckers are hardcore, bro. I'm pleading with you."
The more you are older than us, do you remember? Did you ever fly before TSA? Because I can't even imagine.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'd be hella curious to hear about that. Dude, I see videos of airports back in the day. It's wild. People used to go to like the gate with like their family members and like say, "All right, bye bye now, like take care." Dude, they used to be fucking hella chill, hella relaxed. That
Yeah,
one
like
event
no
really fucked
ID, just
everything up.
walk onto a plane, buy a ticket.
I think they would ID you to make sure your ticket matched and all that shit, but they wouldn't fucking like pat your ass down, fucking everything like they do now, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, Annie, I was gonna say, they have been reeling it back a little bit as of recently. They don't make you take your shit out now because the machine is so smart that it can sense what kind of electronics are in the fucking suitcase now.
God, airports used to be one of the most wonderful experiences. Jesus Christ.
Dude,
You walk up to the gate.
I used to think that people would that drink at airports were alcoholics. Dude, I see why they do now after flying more. Dude, it's the most stressful, fucking exhausting experience of all time. Like I said, you get treated like a fucking criminal for an hour, and then you have to go sit in a uncomfortable ass chair while you wait for a flight. Dude, I'd fucking drink too.
I can't maneuver airport too. I mean, the one, like I said, the one flight, the one time I've been on a plane, I was with a buddy of mine, but I was like, dude, if I had to come up and get on a plane by myself, I get fucking lost. You know the joke with they say Chris Jericho used to always say about Chris Benoit. Chris
Oh
Jericho
no.
doesn't really buy his brain was going out on him. He's like, dude, Chris Benoit can make it through any airport in the busiest city in the world, no problem. See loved ones waiting in anticipation for ones they've not seen. Saw people crying as they say goodbye to loved ones. Yeah, now
Yeah.
you can't even get close to people getting on the planes.
Oh, dude, the more that sounds fucking sick. I always thought that would be a cool job or a cool job for someone to have. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, being working for an airline would be cool. You just
Right?
travel all
You
the
get to
time.
go to hella different places and all that shit. That's awesome, bro.
I've always wanted to work on a train.
Also, Fizz comment about smoking in the terminal sounds fucking sick, dude. I agree. I think you said this before, but smoking inside makes you feel like the fucking man. I love smoking indoors.
Yeah, you feel important.
Ripping cigs at the casino at the blackjack table, you just feel fucking sick.
You just feel like hold on, let me find exactly what I'm talking about. I'll pull it up. Here, I'll mute it because we don't even really need to listen to it. We just need to see it. Smoking inside makes me feel like fucking Kurt Cobain, high as shit, smoking. There's like one specific puff he takes coming up where you're just like, dude, that's the exact feeling I get smoking inside. It's coming up. Yeah, the way he's got the hand and he's like half.
Yeah, just fucking hella chilled out. I see what you mean.
Just anywhere indoors.
Dude, facts. You just feel fucking chill.
Before we started playing seriously in a band.
He's high as fuck in this interview. He's even he pulls out a chocolate milkshake at one point too. That's like one of the #1 signs. If you see a dude eating a chocolate milkshake at just like random times of the day, that guy's a junkie.
You mentioned that. What's the connection? What is like? Why is that chocolate milkshake and fucking drunk?
For one, heroin lowers your blood sugar, which is like a lot. So you crave sweets, you crave sugar, and chocolate milk and chocolate milkshakes become a big source because there's a lot of sugar. There's a lot of it fills you up, and you don't shit. So it's almost kind of like you feel like you're cheating. Like, oh, I can drink as much chocolate milk and chocolate milkshake as I want, and I won't shit my pants.
Yeah.
I used to have a dealer that used to carry around a gallon of chocolate milk at all times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is just something about that stuff makes you crave chocolate milk or chocolate milkshakes or some kind of ice cream product. And yeah, you'll never shit. You'll just save that shit up for years. And then one day you'll get sick. You'll start withdrawing because you run out. And then all of it will leave your body at one time.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Real-
Fizz, that's a cool story.
Am I on it right now?
Yeah, he continues on later.
First
A
under
little
Oklahoma.
saga.
All right, you're in charge. And he figured it out and got to all our terminals. The moral circle back to yours. A few years later, we flew solo to Florida. Spent 10 days with his friend. Navigated everything. That is pretty badass, actually.
Oh, yeah. Good parenting. You gotta let your kids do shit on their own.
Yeah.
10 years
Otherwise,
long
they're not going to know how to do
responsibilities.
shit.
Fizz, why'd you quit smoking, bro?
Smoking airplanes. Dude, smoking in an airplane is like my dream. Again, that's why I have to succeed on YouTube, because if I am able to get rich enough to get like my own private jet,
Yeah.
I'd just smoke on a private jet.
So does Mary J. Oh, yeah, that's like the stereotype. Alcoholics and heroin.
I think weed just makes you crave anything, though.
Yeah, so I think we just makes you hella fucking hungry. Cause,
I know when I used to smoke and eat, I couldn't taste food, so I would just eat whatever. I mean, we literally used to we had a buddy that worked at Taco Bell. He'd come over at like 4 a.m. with all the old throwaway food from the day, and it was all just soggy, gross, 8-hour-old Taco Bell, and we just sit there and eat that shit high as fuck.
Dude, I miss having friends that work at fast food. I used to have this buddy who's on the baseball team, and he worked at Taco Bell. Dude, he would give me like 4 large free freezes every time I would pull through the drive-thru. He'd be like, "You want a freeze?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I got you. I'll give you 4 of them." I was like, "Let's go." I don't have anyone that works at fast food no more, bro.
It's always good having a fast food hookup.
Dude, facts. Fizz says he got sick of stinking like a dirty ashtray. Yeah, that's most people don't like the smell. That's true.
I probably smell like shit all day long, and yeah, you don't notice it on yourself.
I actually like the smell of cigarettes.
I do too.
I don't mind it. I kind of quit smoking though recently. Now I only smoke if I play golf or if I'm like drinking, which is not very often for either of those things. For the same reason that people think it smells like shit. It's just not a good look.
I've always liked the smell of it, even when I was a kid. I don't know why.
I think for me it's like a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
I think just like smelling it reminds me of like being a kid or something. I don't know.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Scrolling around on Instagram, I follow that Haley Welch girl on Instagram.
Haley Welch, who's that?
You know, the spit on that thing.
Oh, Hawktua? That
Yeah,
chick?
Hawktua girl. That's what it
Jeez.
fucking is.
I didn't know she still had a platform. I thought wasn't she a scammer or some shit like that?
Yeah, she got caught up doing like a cryptocurrency scam.
Shocker.
I think she got taken advantage of. She's retarded, obviously.
Yeah, she's probably like a corrupt manager. Fizz says that's why the best job to have as a first job is working in some sort of food place. I agree, man. Pizza is the best because people cancel orders all the time, so you always end up getting free food. Yeah, my first few jobs as like a kid were always at frozen yogurt shops, and I would always get hella free frozen yogurt. And if I wasn't feeling like yogurt, I just got to eat all the toppings and shit. That was pretty chill.
Yeah, my first real job was at a pizza joint. I was a pizza maker, and then the next year, a pizza delivery driver. That was the best job. I had a girlfriend at the time, Carly, and she would call.
I remember Carly.
She would call, and because everyone at the restaurant knew her, because I brought her in all the time. You know, she would just say her name was someone else. She would order a pizza to go for pickup. She was going to come pick it up, and then she would never come pick it up. And then she would text me and say, "There's your pizza." And yeah, my boss would come out and say, "Hey, no one picked the shit up." Do you guys want to eat this? And I would always have her get like my favorite pizza too, of course.
Dude, I remember the fucking best strategy at my yogurt spot was I worked in the same complex as a Chipotle, and the Chipotle foods were always down to trade. I would give them frozen yogurt for a free Chipotle order. Dude, that was,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and of course I'd rather fucking Chipotle than frozen yogurt most nights. So, dude, it was a huge win. I miss that shit.
Are you saying Carly? Maybe Carly will never become relevant again, for sure, in my life.
You ever? Oh, in your life, I was gonna say, was she ever relevant to the public in the first place?
Carly was cool. She was like one of my.
I always liked her because she got you Final Fantasy VII for your birthday or some shit. I always thought that was awesome.
I did end up selling that to a pawn shop for drug money 2 years later.
2 years later, that's it.
No, not 2 years later. I just
Oh.
meant years later. Some years
Oh,
later.
gotcha. I was gonna say, damn, I didn't realize it was that
Yeah,
soon.
she really did. She spent like over $100 on the original copy of PlayStation 1.
That was cool.
Final
Why didn't you guys
Fantasy
work out?
Why did we fucking break up? There's a really funny story. We took a break for like a weekend, which is funny. I'd kind of started something with another girl when I was with her. And then coincidentally, we got into some fight or some argument, and Carly came over and she's like, hey, I think we should take a break, which normally I would never be down for, because when a girl says, let's take a break,
it's
you know
over.
what that means.
Yeah, it's over.
So
Facts.
in any normal case, I'd be like, no, we're not taking a fucking break. We're either breaking up or we're staying together. But in this
Yeah.
case, because I had another girl that I was starting to cheat with, I was like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, for sure, let's take a break. And you could tell Carly was super weird, like, so you're cool with that? And I was like, yeah, for sure, let's take a break. And she's like,
you're hella excited about it.
you could tell, like, I won that exchange. It bothered the fuck
Yeah.
out of her.
Uh-huh.
And then, so yeah, we took the weekend. It was literally only a weekend. Yeah,
Mm.
coincidentally. We took the weekend, and then, of course, Monday came around, and she's like, okay, I'm done with this break. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, fine, whatever.
Oh.
Why did we break up for good? I don't remember why. I really don't remember why we broke up for good.
Was
I'm
she
sure
was she the same chick that wanted you to go to her fucking school dance, but you had a show in Walnut Creek or some shit instead?
that's
Is that-
Chrissy.
Oh, I get the two mixed up because they both have C names. What about Carly? Is she married and have kids now and shit?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, I was gonna say spin the block, bro, but not too late.
No, she is married and has a kid. Carly, I did go to her school dance. She went to Buckingham,
Oh shit.
and I had to go to one of her dances.
More Vacaville women, bro.
Yeah, it's always Vacaville girls.
Damn. Do any of your exes not have kids and all that shit?
Very few. There's
you
like
guys spin, you guys spin the block, bro. Hit
there's
'em
like
up.
two off the top of my head that I could think of. One of them lives in like Texas. One of
Oh, never
them
mind.
One of them is that Cassidy chick, who's like one of my favorite ex-girlfriends, but she like 1000% would not be down for me. She says like she cried when Donald Trump won the election and shit.
Well, shit. Isn't that the same chick that you drunk drove drinking fucking Evan Williams and shit with? Is that chick?
Yep.
Dang, it's crazy how people change.
The Christy from my past is a K though, a KRSSY.
Ah,
But yeah, she's fat now, and she's married, but she is fat now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Cassidy was like one of my favorites. She was a lot of fun, but now she's just,
yeah.
you know, I don't like the president, but I can't get with a girl who cried over the fucking result.
Yeah,
of the
I'm
election.
same way. I'm not a fan of the foo either. But if you're crying because he's president, I think that's a little bit dramatic.
Yeah,
what
you
was I
gotta
gonna
think
say?
about. She's a real hippie now too. She doesn't wear makeup, and I'm pretty sure she has hair on her armpits.
Ah, I see.
She was always kind of hippie-ish, but now it's like she bartends for like a couple months to save up money, and then straight up goes to the fucking mountains and like.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, she's a real.
What
character.
about that? What about that one chick we talked about a few streams ago? The one that hit you up, but then would be like, "Oh, actually, I'm busy." Does she still have a boyfriend?
Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah, that's her name. Thank you.
I actually have a reel from her right now to look at on Instagram.
Dude, let's go pull it up right now. We'll judge if she's single or not.
No, it's just some funny. I'm sure it's just something funny.
And more butt rock content.
Yeah. I can't tell if she is or not single. Her page is there is a boyfriend, but it's from Halloween of 2024. She doesn't post that often.
Halloween of 2024. That's like a year ago. She could be single. Hit her up. Tell her you're gonna take her out.
And then she'll say, "Yeah, I'm down." And then 2 hours later, be like, "Oh, by the way."
No, and then hit her. Oh, actually, that's crazy. I'm already at your house. Come outside.
Yeah, the last post of her and a boyfriend at all was Halloween of 2024. They were Bonnie and Clyde. That is a terrible Halloween. You got to do better than that if you're doing like a couple Halloween.
Yeah, it's not a good one.
Yeah, every couple's done Bonnie and Clyde. You got to do something more original than that.
What about Hannah's sister? Is she married?
I don't know. I don't even know where or who she is.
Damn.
I only saw she posted a picture of her like one time on her Instagram.
Hmm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I got no prospects.
Now you gotta spin the block. You ever thought about like dating apps or anything like that?
No, fuck no.
Why?
That just sounds miserable. I'm not gonna get a dating app just so I can get no matches.
Nah, no, that's not true, bro. That's like a hella self-doubting belief. I don't
That is
think that's
literally
true.
how it goes. I had a dating app one time
Oh,
before I ever met Calamity Jane. Coincidentally, like the week before I met her, I
uh-huh.
had decided that I was gonna. I had decided that I was gonna go through a rock and roll phase and just start banging out. Calamity Jane was originally supposed to be like a hit it and quit it type deal for me.
What? What changed your mind? I didn't know that.
No, it's what changed my mind.
Yeah, I know. What changed your mind
Oh,
about it?
it's that I got it and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, you really liked her and shit. That makes sense.
Yeah, but she's got one of those Lynn names: Caitlin, Ashlyn, Amberlyn.
Shaylin is a crazy fucking name. That sounds like a fucking Pokemon.
I don't think I have any ex-girlfriends actually with a Lynn in their name. Damn, have I really never been with a girl with like a Lynn name? I'm sure I have. I can't think of one. No, like the week before I met Calamity Jane,
Oh,
I tried Tinder. I was on Tinder for like a week
mm.
and I got no matches. And then
Nah, shit.
coincidentally, I met up. You know what's funny is mom kind of manifested Calamity Jane.
What? How?
So mom started going to Savers in Vacaville.
Yeah, I remember that.
And mom used to come home and tell me there's this cashier there that's really cute. I should go talk to her. She's got glasses and wears like lipstick and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you fuck. It was Calamity Jane, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go to Savers
What?
and talk to this girl.
That's fucking wild. I didn't know that.
So yeah, mom used to come home and be like, you should go. She called her the Q Savers girl. She's like, you should go in and talk to the Q Savers girl. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna. And then on
Yeah.
my own, separately, I started talking to Calamity Jane on Twitter. I just kind of was aware of who she was because she used to come to shows and stuff.
Ah.
And we started talking on Twitter and exchanged phone numbers.
Oh.
And I told mom, I was like, oh, I got a girl's number. And she's like, oh, who is it? And I showed her the picture. And mom's like, that's the fucking Q Savers girl, dude.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't fucking know that. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah, mom. I always joke, mom kind of manifested that whole deal.
Damn, maybe it was meant to be with y'all, bro. You gotta spin the block.
Dude, I literally told. I keep trying to tell everybody. I'm like, dude, that was the
Damn,
one that
that's
the universe-
wild.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that,
And
bro.
then the first time she met mom, she was in those bunk beds. I made her get in the top bunk.
Mhm.
So mom walked in and I was in the bottom bunk. And Calamity Jane was in the top bunk.
The bunk beds.
So I was like, no, it'll look a lot less bad if you're in the top bunk. And she's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, the fucking top bunk was my bed too. What the fuck, man?
And nothing happened in that.
I know,
That's just-
I'm trolling. I'm joking.
she was at that point she was, dude, we used to like wear pajamas and shit all the time at the house. But
Damn.
yeah, no, yeah, I always joke to myself. I'm like, oh, mom kind of manifested the thrift store girl.
Yeah, mom really liked her too. I always remember mom being like, "Oh, I remember she pulled up. She's like, oh, I love Calamity Jane." No, I always say that shit. I was like, "Mom, it's kind of fucking weird."
Yeah, no, she was awesome.
Damn, you gotta spin the block, bro. You gotta hit her up.
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Send her a McDonald's DoorDash. You can send a little gift message. A gift message.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Can
Here's a
I
fucking.
get another chance? Here's 2 McDoubles and a large fries.
Here's 2 McDoubles. That'd be the way to go too. I think there's only like 3 people left in chat. Who's left in chat? It's probably Fizz,
Yeah,
probably Cole.
Yeah, Cole on the PS5.
The only other third person could be Annie. If you guys are all still sitting here,
Yeah,
Probably
say
gonna get
what's
off
up.
in a
What's
second.
going on?
let everybody say something before I get off.
Yeah, facts.
Annie, you gotta come on the stream, dude. Seriously, come on.
Yeah, Annie, get back on the stream.
Dude, at this point, I'll even let you pick the fucking topics as long as you don't just only do homeless people to shit talk.
Yeah, I feel like Annie has like 2 rotating topics: homeless people and fat people.
We should do fat people. I'm down to I'd be down to do a weekly stream of just talking shit about fat people.
Dude, you guys gotta talk about the plus size park hoppers. I don't know if
That's
you're
what I'm
familiar.
saying.
Yeah. I'm here,
Dude.
but don't kill me. My opinions are useless and dumb. Fizz, come on, man. Don't be like that, bro.
No, Fizz, you're totally right. Your opinions are dumb and useless. You do not count.
Yeah, Fizz, go get some church's chicken at midnight tonight.
Take your Vacaville Church's Chicken Sydney Sweeney's mid-ass out of... No, Fizz, you're always up in here talking shit. We're just finally talking shit back to you now.
Yeah, Fizz, go to Church's Chicken tonight at 12 wearing all red and then report back to the stream. Tell me how
Dude,
it
Annie,
goes.
seriously, we could do like a segment where we just pull up, the Disney park, what are they called? The plus-size park broads?
The plus-size park hoppers.
The plus-size
Hey,
park.
we got Triple E in the chat. Hell yeah. You know what I really want to see from Annie, especially since Mark was just on the stream. I still want to see a Mark Annie beef hash out stream. Y'all need to make up and dap up.
Dude, it would be so
squash the
gay because
beef.
everybody would be like, oh, there's really no beef. They just got into a gay political argument.
I need to see a Mark and Annie beef squash stream. Dap up after. It's all good.
I think Annie probably doesn't give a fuck anymore. She said, she's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. She would want Mark to apologize first, which I would agree Mark should be the one that would have to apologize first.
Yeah.
Because Mark was the aggressor in the situation. And because Mark's the dude, and that's just the way that shit works.
Yeah, you gotta be respectful of women, man.
But no, Triple E is present. Triple E is always the silent.
Yeah, shout out Triple E. Also, wait, Triple E, were you here last week with some weird ass username that was a woman's name? Am I tripping, or is that not the same profile picture?
The profile picture does look similar.
Yeah. What's up with
Okay,
that?
so everyone in chat,
is Triple E a woman?
We had a random girl, wasn't it like Lexi?
Yeah, it was like Lexi something.
Like 2 weeks ago, an account with the username Lexi showed up in chat and said, like, I'm here, but I'm at work, so I'm just listening. Like, as if it was somebody that's always here. But there's no girls here. Girls don't watch this shit.
Except for Annie. But Triple E, I'm pretty sure it was the same fucking profile picture. I think it was last week's stream that got taken down. We need to get that back up.
Yeah, I'll get that back up probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just gotta sit on my computer for a couple minutes, and I hate doing that.
Chicken. Yeah, Fizz, let me know how that shit goes. I'm very curious.
Khaki shorts, knee-high, tube socks with red stripes on the top, and house slippers to get a Church's Chicken.
Yeah, don't forget the fucking Nike Cortez too.
Fuck it. Put two red bandanas out of both pockets.
Yeah, and then hey, that's my GF's profile, Lexi. Oh, that's what's up. That makes sense, bro.
Yeah, damn, I didn't even think about how the profile pictures look the same. Is your girlfriend hot? You got a hot girlfriend, Triple E?
We work together. Oh, that's cool, bro. Oh yeah.
That is badass. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to work with your girlfriend as long as she's hot. We just got to make sure.
Yeah. Nobody messes with me, but they either know I'm not worth it or too dangerous to fuck with. All right, Fizz. All right, pal.
you open carrying around here?
Hey, Fizz, when they ask you what set you rep, say fucking Vacaville. Make sure.
Yeah, let them know you're from Vacaville.
Let you know, yeah. Fucking represent Vacaville, bro.
Make sure they pronounce it right. Be like, yeah, you know I'm from Vacaville because I pronounce it right.
They're like, oh shit, Vacaville? Nah, Vacaville. And then Fizz's concealed carry won't be so concealed once they mesh with this set like that.
You gotta pull that shit out on them when they start pronouncing it like fucking Vacaville.
Vacaville. Triple E, that's cool. Hey, what do you guys do for work, Triple E, if you're cool disclosing that?
Are you guys making OnlyFans content or something? Dude, I got a spam message on my Instagram. The spam message is evolving to this. I got a spam message saying, oh, I'm a girl. I make OnlyFans content and I need a partner to shoot with. I was wondering if, So now spam messages are trying to get guys to shoot content with them on OnlyFans. It's a baddie for sure. I like girls who like girls. What a world.
Dude,
Okay, that's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah.
Triple E, how old are you, actually? For some weird reason, the name Everything Everywhere Everybody invokes an old wise man in my head.
I agree, yeah.
So I've always thought you were like an old person for some reason.
I also thought that. I thought maybe like 50s or something, just from you said the name.
But when you call your girlfriend a baddie, there's no way you're like in your 50s.
Yeah.
So I would assume you're younger. Well, our age.
I'm still laughing about Fizz's comment about no one pressing him in black neighborhoods because he's too dangerous to fuck with, man. Good for you, Fizz. Good for you.
Did you see Bonnie Blue got smoked? Oh yeah, we talked about it. She got punched in the face. She's hella right though. We talked about this earlier. Bonnie Blue got punched, and the girl was saying she punched her because Bonnie Blue set feminism back so many years. And Bonnie Blue is like, no, I am the logical conclusion of modern day feminism, which is totally true. Bonnie Blue is like she is like the peak of what this, these wannabe feminists think they're going to accomplish. Like you're going to be an OnlyFans girl and bang 1,000 dudes in a day. Like that's what you guys are going for. I think that's what the name makes me think of, but that movie makes me think of like, like it's not like an old movie. It makes me think of stuff that's like has some kind of substance. I don't know why. It makes
I agree with you. It's almost like poetic.
Entertainment industry, but not that industry.
That's cool, dude. Entertainment industry. Right on, bro.
Shit, I want to work in the entertainment industry.
No, for us, it seems like entertainment. I mean, that can mean a lot of things, but it definitely would be a fun one to work in as far as jobs go.
Yeah, better than working in any other industry that I'm qualified to work in. I know that much. I'm not qualified to do much. All right, we're finishing up. I'm waiting on no, I responded to Face's Bonnie Blue comment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Triple E's age. Triple E, hurry up.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell us how old you are. General vicinity.
Yeah, you don't gotta be specific.
Just tell me you're not an old man, basically. That's all I'm looking for. Yeah, no, Bonnie Blue is totally right with that, though. It's crazy that girls are out punching her in the face. It's crazy that girls are punching her thinking that, like, dude, she is literally the embodiment of what you guys advocate for.
Oh, with like the OnlyFans shit, making money off that shit?
Yeah, she got rich on her own.
Yeah.
On her own business. It is funny that OnlyFans girls will talk about themselves like they're CEOs of these big giant.
Nah, I have always kind of laughed about that. Like it's some like genius business operation that they've come up with. Like, dog, come on.
And it's like, bro, if it wasn't for OnlyFans, you'd have nothing. Like it literally is the guy that runs this company that is the reason you have the job in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it's just kind of like, whatever. That's what you want to do with your life. Whatever, none of my business. But don't act like you're some fucking genius inventor who came up with some secret formula to get all your money.
Yeah, same thing. If you want to do that shit's fine. But yeah, quit talking about yourself like you're fucking the next Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, you're fucking Albert Einstein. Oh, I'm so fucking smart. I figured it out.
Yeah, you're doing exactly like there is an exact career path. I run my own business.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they will literally refer to themselves as CEOs. They will call them, I'm a CEO of my own company.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro, you hire like 4 dudes to respond to DMs. Like, yeah, sure, you do technically have employees, but let's not act like you're out here,
Yeah, you're out here saving lives or some shit.
Like you're out here employing, the inner city youth, making sure they all have livings.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, I think we must have gotten like over 200 messages in chat tonight. Chat was pretty good tonight. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
God damn it. Triple E's fucking with us now.
I'm hashtag old as fuck. Maybe he is. Maybe he's being for real.
No, I think he's fucking with us. The old AF, that's supposed to sound like an old person, right? The way he typed that, it looks like an old person. It looks like your grandpa trying to be hip by using the term AF.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what to gauge from that message. Dude, I completely forgot about Fizz talking shit about that DSP guy. I remember the first time Fizz ever came on stream talking shit about DSP, saying how he fucking hates him and all that shit. And now it's back.
I forgot about the DSP thing.
Yeah, I still don't even know who that is, but I just remember Fizz, like, DSP is like Jimmy Kimmel, but for Fizz.
Yeah, if I ever became a successful YouTuber, I would never talk. I would literally just acknowledge, bro, I got lucky. I roll out of bed at 2 p.m. and this is my job now. Like, I would never be. I hate those streamers that are like, this is hard work. You guys don't know how much work. That guy Tim Pool does that shit all the time.
Nah, dude, I hate that shit. I don't know if you ever seen that fat ginger streamer. I think his name is like Queso or some shit like that. He did like labor before. He did like construction. Someone asked, is streaming as hard as construction? He's like, dude, not even in the same realm. Like, streaming is the easiest shit of all time. Like, I'm extremely lucky. Construction's way fucking harder.
Yeah.
And I respect that answer.
That's how I'd be if I made it. I'd be like, dude, this is like, people kill to do this shit.
Dude, exactly. Like the dude working fucking 9 to 5 overtime, working outside. Like, dude, you really think streaming is harder than that shit? Like, come on, bro. Yeah,
this guy Tim Pool that talks about politics and wears a beanie every day inside. He'll tell you, oh yeah, I wake up every day at like 6 in the morning. I come in, I sit down, I watch stories on the computer all day. plan out my stories. I'm always doing. It's like, bro, you're a fucking loser. If
Yeah,
think
you wake up and watch the news like every other fucking adult 20 years ago. Like you and you think it's
Yeah.
work. That's fucking
you
wild,
just
bro.
so happen to take some notes while you're watching the news, and then you turn on the camera and like, come on, stop.
No, for real, fucking all the fucking YouTubers who are like, oh, I wake up at 6 a.m. to edit videos. I'm like, dude, that's fucking easy. Oh no, I get up and do work on my laptop. Oh, like, it's not that bad, bro.
I think Hassan Piker is one of those guys too, who talks about how hard work streaming is.
Is he?
I've heard him. I don't know if he said. It was either that or he said. Hold on,
I've
PS
seen
Space
I've
for
seen
6 days a
clips
week.
of him talk about how he's always like, oh, being a streamer is exhausting because everyone's in your business all day. But I'm also kind of like, dude, that's part of the gig though. Like you're showing your life to strangers on the internet. Of course, they're gonna be in your business. That makes sense.
I would say I understand. Like, yeah, sometimes you're not in the mood to fucking talk.
Yeah,
Like sometimes you're tired, you don't feel like talking. But at the same time, like, just don't act like it's a fucking hard job. Like, yeah, well, someday you're gonna wake up, roll out of bed, and be like, damn, I don't want to stream today. But it's
yeah.
not like, damn, I don't want to go fucking do construction today. That's not
Yeah,
the
I
same
don't
thing at
want to
all.
go fucking pour concrete and it's 100 degrees outside and I'm hanging out on the blacktop all day. Like, yeah, it's definitely a
Yeah.
lot harder than streaming.
And dude, I'm lazy as fuck. Even I procrastinate on shit like editing. But as soon as I sit down, I hate when I do that. Like I put off editing. Like the Hannah Dallas video was a long one. I put that shit off for a long time. But then as soon as I sit down and start, I'm like, oh, it's actually kind of fun. Like I'm just sitting here clicking on shit. Like it's not even that bad.
Hannah Dolls is another one you got to spin the block on.
Dude, I need her to let me come fucking live at her place for free.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta wait for the YouTube to blow up and then you can move to LA and be with her.
Yeah, that is the biggest reason I need the channel to blow up. If the channel ever blows up, I'm for sure hitting her up in spitting game.
Yeah. Fizz, that's good, man. It's good to not talk about some YouTuber like that so much.
Wait, hold on. What do you say? 6 hours, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. Only have 1 day a week where I can go out. Oh yeah, dude,
Go out of
6
the
days a
house.
week, 10 hours a day. Well, first of all, the thing that's funny about that is it's like, bro, that's your fault if you're a streamer. Like you set that schedule.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, oh, I stream 6 days a week, 10 hours. So don't stream 5 days a week.
Yeah,
8
8
hours
hours
a
a
day.
day. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, it's probably because this guy, from what Fizz talks about, he probably wants as much time so he can beg for as much donations as possible. But I agree with you. Yeah, streamers that complain about their schedule are fucking hilarious. You make the schedule, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Apparently had an allergic reaction to something and then used it to beg for tips. Yeah, there are some YouTubers I used to follow that were like that. Like there was one guy named Plagued Moth. He was like a gore. He reviewed like gore content, and then he got into all this. There's a whole YouTube drama thing involving him. The guy's kind of a fucking loser. He was cool back in the day, but then he became a real fucking weirdo. And he used to post shit literally like, yeah, I've been so broke. My lizard's heat lamp just burnt out. I need a new light bulb. If you could just send $20 to my Cash App, I could go get this light bulb for my lizard. People are like, bro, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, that is fucking lame, bro. Yeah, if you're already making money off the shit, don't beg for more. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Dude, if I make like $20 a week on top of whatever else I make from this shit, I'd be like, dude, that's
That reminds me of has mom ever told you about the story? There's this super fat family in our hometown, and the son was so fucking fat that they put up a GoFundMe to raise money for his fat reduction surgery. Did mom ever tell you about that?
No.
I won't mention names, but yeah, it's a family in our hometown. Like everyone's fucking fat, and the son got so fucking fat that the family put out a GoFundMe to get him weight loss surgery. And it's like, dog, like that's fucking shameless in my opinion.
Did they meet the requirement, the goal?
I don't know. I didn't follow up with her about it, but I was just like, dog, like the things people think are worthy of a GoFundMe today are fucking sad. It's ridiculous.
It is completely ridiculous. I really do want to start like let's say I ever even hit like 10,000 subscribers. I do want to start a GoFundMe and say like it's for cigarettes and caffeine.
Oh, just be for real. Be for real about it.
I used to have a dealer, the most retarded person I've ever met in my life. Like actually the most retarded person. He one time decided he was going to run the cancer scam. He told everyone he had cancer.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
He's so retarded that he made a GoFundMe, and in the title, he forgot the second C, so it said Caner. So it said, help, I have Caner, and he made it a big announcement that he has Caner. He's been diagnosed with Caner.
I have Caner. Dude,
Dude,
That's fucking heinous.
me and Calamity Jane saw that shit. We were just like fucking terrified. Like, bro, you did not just post a GoFundMe about how you have Kaner.
Is this the same dumbass dude who would like goon around in his fucking BMW and then wonder why the cops keep on pulling him over?
Different person. This guy was even worse. This
Some
guy, his
multiple
dad
fucking
had
stupid dealers.
Alzheimer's and he used to
Oh.
rob his dad all the time.
Oh,
I think he's dead now, by the way. But
jeez.
one of the rare people in our hometown that sold, actually. He was a
Oh
rare
shit.
plug in the hometown, like right
That's
around
wild.
the corner, basically. But yeah, rich parents, dad had Alzheimer's, used to steal his dad's credit card and he'd go pull money out because his dad wouldn't remember because he had fucking Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Wait, around the corner? Really?
Not around the corner,
Oh, just yeah, around town. Yeah,
but
right.
across the street from the middle school, from the junior
Oh
high.
shit. Yeah.
But yeah, GoFundMe for Kaner. But yeah, I would like to make a GoFundMe and just kind of take it as like a joke. But I'm sure there are people that give money to a guy that's like, I'm just gonna buy cigarettes and caffeine with this.
Dude, yeah, there are plenty of people like YouTubers who have Patreons. They're just like, hey, if you like my channel, donate me money, and I'll use it, to live a better life and make more videos and shit. I'm like, that's way better than being all like, oh yeah, my lizard's heat lamp is broken. I need to buy a new one. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Your lizard's heat lamp is fine, bro.
They're like, my son is fat.
Yeah, my son is fat. I need money to make him not fat anymore.
Oh,
If
Jesus
you're
Christ.
smart, if you had money, you'd make something like Klarna and just fuck idiots over on the internet for their ridiculous spending. Yeah, whoever came up with Klarna is a fucking genius.
I had Klarna before it became popular, but I just used it for the payday loans.
The payday loan, fuck, dude.
I don't know if it still does payday loans, but yeah, I used to be able to get like $50 from all those apps.
That's like my one like line I won't cross. I won't do Klarna and I won't do payday loans.
I used to run every app I could find that did payday loans. I'd pull out as much as I could from all of them, and then my whole paycheck would be gone the day I got it. Financial Audit is a great show. People in their 20s, 30s treat credit exactly how dumb people are.
Yeah, I've seen that guy on TikTok. He does have good advice for most people. Some people really do just fucking spend hella recklessly. It's wild.
I for sure do.
I think I did up until like I feel like in like the last year my brain is like changed. That I can finally start seeing things like long term now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, the fucking Klarna, the payday loan shit, dude. There's so much debt to that shit. Geniuses.
The California check cashing on
5 racks is
Okay.
fucking crazy. Jeez.
Dude, 5K is like life-changing money to me right now.
No, bro. I was like, if you put 5K in front of me right now, dude, I'd be fucking hyped. I'd be like, let's go.
I need more money if you just they give me 10K.
Dude, if you what I found is if you have good credit, dude, the banks are fucking insanely generous with the amount of money they'll give you.
I would imagine.
Bitches ain't every shout out Fizz. Scheming the system. Hey, the system schemes you, might as well scheme it back.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. The whole banking. Do you know what they call people who pay off their credit cards in full every month?
No.
In the financial world, they call them deadbeats because they don't make any money off of them because they can't charge you interest if you pay it off every month.
No, I
I'm
can
like,
see that.
dude, we live in a fucking corrupt ass world. Fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That makes total sense.
Yeah,
All right, Fizz, we're gonna get off.
for sure. Good stream.
Yeah, right on. Fizz, I'll be back on Wednesday.
Hell yeah. Tell Annie to get on Friday or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start harassing her more and more often until she finally gets back on.
Yeah, start sending her shit in her mail or something until she gets back on stream.
I'm gonna start telling her she needs to stream from her car though.
Yeah, stream from your car and make sure it's in the middle of the day so the nice reflection goes through.
I can't believe she brought up the sunlight like glaring off the camera.
Annie's funny as fuck. I'm excited to see her in chat on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah, good stream. Good stream,
yeah.
good stream, good show. Fizz, I'll see you whenever. I think there's like one other person hiding. It might still be Triple E. Whoever
Yeah,
else,
Triple E.
yeah, I'll see you guys whenever. I'm gonna hit the outro. We'll get out of here.
Hey, looking forward to seeing you all next Monday. Peace.
Right on.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.
Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk. Sometimes I think I'm